Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday. I had to think about that for a second. Here on the Exploding Dice channel, my name is Askren and I am your host and Dungeon Master, and welcome back to another episode of Writhing Moon, our OpenLegend horror campaign here every week on the Exploding Dice channel. Redundancy. We have an interesting and hopefully terrifying show for you tonight. But before we get started, why don't we, as always, say hello to our cast who are all muted right now. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Hello.
This is now a mime show. None of us.
Can you stand the horror of three silent cams?
Speedy, I said mime, not charades.
I was not too scary tonight. That's all I can say. Let's go 60-40 on the interesting versus scary.
Oh, is that how? Okay. Yes.
70-30 even.
Sure. Why not? How are you guys doing? You guys doing all right?
I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready.
I'm
I forgot
fantastic.
this show exists, so that's probably good for me.
That's probably a symptom of
It's
suppression.
impending death and doom.
I was gonna say it's only been 30 weeks. It's easy to forget.
Sorry, who are you again?
Why
Why
are you
me
in
to
my
this
house?
Call. What is this computer, anyways?
Oh, guys. Well,
I want to know who that handsome man with the mustache is.
Cheech of Cheech and Chong.
Cheech Marin. Well, guys, before we dive into things, just a couple of bits of business. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Yes, first and foremost, some announcements to get out of the way. We are just a couple followers away from the big 3,000 on Twitch right here, and that is a number. That is a number with a bunch of zeros in it, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. This community has been growing in such amazing ways, and I'm super, super proud of everything that we've been doing here. And to help you guys celebrate with us, and I'm assuming we will, but if we do hit that 3,000 mark during today's show, at the end of the show, I am going to be giving away this very Wormwood dice vault. Probably not the dice in it, because I really like these dice.
Hey.
But
What, do you want to show off what they're not getting, why don't you?
I have other sets
At
of
the
dice.
end of the show, we also won't be giving away this fantastic brand new car!
Pointed out to the shitty car in my driveway. It's not brand new at all. No, I have another set of dice I will throw in there. Don't worry about that. I will always give the dice, but not this particular set of dice, because this is my set of dice and I like it. Jesus shit. Also, thank you so much, Judo Killa, for the resub. 4 months Judo Killa has been subscribed here. 4 months Judo Killa has been awesome. Thank you so much.
The way you led into that, I thought Jesus shit had subscribed.
What?
Yeah, no, you're like, Jesus shit as subscriber.
That's how I do my my segues. Guys, by the way, if you have not already, please raise your drinks, either ED cheer or if you have them Explode 3 cheer in the chat. Raise your drinks to Mr. Judo Killa. I gotta open mine and thank him for joining. What's going on, Brahms? Hawk Hunting, Dragon Gem, Awkward Kitty. How are you, Abby? How are you guys doing? Good to see all of you.
Mine's still empty too. I gotta fill up.
What you done, Ben? Gosh, you've gotten started without us.
Other really cool announcements just before we dive into things. PAX Unplugged is coming up quick. if you guys are going to be there, be sure to let us know. I believe Speedy is going to be there. I'm going to be there, as well as a ton of other awesome casters. So be sure you say hi. I also learned that the convention floor is open to like midnight every day, so there's going to be a lot of gaming going on at the PAX Unplugged.
Is there an open bar or like?
In the convention hall?
I mean, if no, we're gonna have to go out and come back or something.
Well, at midnight we all migrate out and we play games at the bar. I don't know. We'll have a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're going to be at PAX Unplugged, or if you're in the Philly area, definitely let us know on Twitter. Come say hi. Come hang out. It should be a lot of fun. Tons of awesome people to meet. I am super, super excited. I'm actually going to be in Brooklyn that Saturday, however, because I decided to be a fanboy and follow Matt Mercer from PAX to the Force Gray show. It's a thing.
Fanboy, not stalker. Fanboy.
Yes.
Big difference. Difference.
Hey, no. Friend, not stalker.
Sure.
Supporter. You're a supporter.
The friend.
Oh,
Sure, that's what he would say too. And not. Oh, sorry.
Please
Have we
not
met? I
get
don't
away from
remember.
me.
Please stop. Security.
More likely. So yeah, guys, come hang out with us. Definitely looking forward to that. We also have just a whole bunch of stuff that's happening on the channel that was added this recent week and has been amazingly received. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're having our second episode of the DM's Table. It's an all-streamer DM talk show. Laura Lania and Eric Vulgaris hung out with me this last Sunday. This Sunday, I believe we are expecting the Impious from Dungeons and Distractions. Laura Lania coming back. Sorry. As well as I think Video Store Cowboy is going to be there. Maybe some other people showing up last minute. It's going to be a good time if you want to take a trip to DM school. That is how you do it. And also, of course, Sunday, Mouse Guard, the Dark Spring. It's amazing. You guys want to be there. Super sorry that we didn't actually get a chance to play our Halloween episode, our spooky Halloween episode. Internet troubles kind of resulted in us just sitting around and talking shit like about Animorphs and stuff.
Halloween's extended.
Yes.
This Sunday, celebrate Halloween all over again.
Cool. I'm down.
Especially,
Going trick or treating.
I love the best part was we all like emergency threw on costumes in the last like 20 seconds before the stream, and it was great.
Oh, it was super, super splendid.
The best costumes.
Yeah, it was really good. But we will be back tomorrow playing Mouse Guard. It's gonna be fun. And then the other thing that happened recently is Wednesdays we just kicked off a show called The Daubers, DM'd by Daryl, Mr. Splattered Ink, who has been doing some crazy cool artwork for that show. Almost all the artwork on the tokens and the just in like you'll see all of it in Discord because he's been doing like blasting out art for all kinds of stuff from that show, and it's great. It's high quality. It's really, really nice, and it brings the world absolutely to life. And that is myself, Board Game Girl, Judo Killer from our own community, and Mr. Throck Plays, all playing. And it was amazing to see Judo and Throck just kind of connect instantly in the first episode. They have the best personalities. It's great. The show is hilarious. It's whimsical. It's kind of like a family-friendly fantasy, I guess, would be the way to phrase it. You should check it out.
Are you saying that this isn't family friendly?
No, this is this is rated at least PG.
It has all of the family inside it. We even have
there
your,
are families.
your test tube,
It has a family.
brother.
But yeah, no, go check out Daubers if you have not checked the VOD, and we'll be back this coming week for more. And Daryl wanted me to tell you that because of how well the first episode went, we are going to be running a giveaway during the second episode where you can win basically a hand-signed digital print of his art from the show, just because he wanted to give back to the community. So I believe the piece that he has chosen to give is his illustration of the tree monster that we saw in the first episode. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. definitely come check it out. Dungeons and Distractions, thank you for the host. That's enough of me rambling. I've been rambling for a while now. We're going to get right into the show. I just want to remind you guys just 2 quick things. First of all, Dice Thulu has the link right there. If you have not, hit the link to retweet and tell all your friends to come hang out with us. Absolutely do that. The link is right there on in chat. Second, of course, you guys can support the show both by subscribing or hitting that donate button. You can give our players natural 20s, inspirations, things that they will probably need on their way through the palace, Cairnborn, as they go. All of that, of course, helps us produce more amazing content, run giveaways, and do other, or just keep the lights on, I guess. And we appreciate every little bit of support. We won't be reading out followers and stuff during the show, but we will absolutely acknowledge every single one of you at the end. Make sure you get your shout-outs and your high fives. And of course, all of the donations will be divvied out to our players as you instruct. But yeah, if you are interested, we have the donation goal up there. And as always, when we hit that goal, we do more giveaways, because lots of giveaways. That's what I like to do. That's pretty much it. So why don't we remind ourselves what happened last week? Does anyone want to take us there?
First, we had a hug, and then we decided that time was of the essence, and we should do some child abomination hunting, particularly because it's sort of the last thing we learned from Callum before the whole place started to collapse around us. So we took up that offer for a carriage ride, thankfully, and we had several ways in which we wanted to ride, but eventually we were able to. Everybody got inside. And man, we got to the castle where supposedly the child is and Queen Morgul is. And man, it's not the worst place we've visited. It's certainly not. But I'm not sure how we're gonna find the child here, but I was able, as Gurney was able, to peer into the travel path of this white figure, this woman in a dress with her throat slit. To where hopefully we'll get some leads. But last I remember, there was a big stompy man. And this big stompy man did not treat his servants well. He made a mess. And yeah, we are stuck in a room after I tried to slow him down with some stomach pump. And I think some of us are paralyzed. And he is stomping after us. As I understand it, that is the PG recap.
Yeah, I'm actually going to, we'll get there I'm going to upload that in a second. But, yes, so you guys had taken the carriage ride of the dead horses, the horses that were unliving. And they carried you somehow across through the city and across the collapsed bridge. When you emerged into the scene outside of Cairnborn Castle, rising high above Palemore, high into the sky, things got a bit strange. The doors lie open for you. The castle grounds were vacant, though Felix could sense the heartbeat, the warm sensation of many creatures their stomachs full of blood. Inside, there were no or very little signs of life. However, after actually making your way into the castle, you found that all was not as abandoned as it seemed, for in each room, dozens of kind of old, hunched laborers worked, sweeping, dusting, or scrubbing aimlessly on the floors, enamored with their tasks. Who knows how long they have been here to do them. And there was, of course, you found the widows, the ghostly maidens who strolled the halls, and as you attempted to follow them up the stairs and into a large library-like study, or fleeing from what... I forget who spotted it, but one of you... Was it
Probably Felix.
Was it Felix?
Or it might have been me, because I can... Or it might have been Ulrich.
Old man.
It might have been you, Askren.
It might have been me. Well, one of you spotted this large figure hefting a giant axe like an unnatural executioner as he crushed these servants in his path, seemingly without care. And he set his eye on you, as far as you could tell, and you fled into the study where these ghostly widows remained. However, they were not ambivalent or indifferent to your entrance, as one of the headless ones began to let out a loud shriek from the head it carried in its hands, the others drifting towards you very slowly. And I believe that we ended the last session with everyone being paralyzed.
Yeah, they were letting out some weird sounds.
Getting some weird
So,
vibes.
Let me just get my music.
Lots of
going here.
banshees.
Oh yeah,
Lots.
lots of banshees. Let me get my music going here, and then we will.
Are you not going to impersonate the scream for us, Askren?
That's probably not going to happen.
Do you want us to get drunkly? Oh my god.
You know what? While I'm doing this, as we dive into things, we didn't go around and introduce everyone's character.
No, we didn't.
So why don't we do that now? We'll have everyone go around, and we will have you guys introduce your characters, tell us a little about them, and what is going on for them at this particular moment. And let's start with Speedy, while I get this music sorted.
Me?
Yes?
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm Speedy. I'm not so speedruns, if you see me in chat or on Twitter or whatever. And I am playing as Felix Haskell, a priest of the White Church, the demented and blood-maddened sect of that inhabits the city of Palemore, who is a bit blood-maddened himself, more so than the average priest may be, beyond fanaticism and into pure obsession and violent tendencies. You see, he's so obsessed with blood that, well, anytime that he happens to see any of it, or maybe even just catch a strong whiff, he can't really control himself from just taking one of the blades, the many sharp instruments that he may have around him, and just sort of lashing out at anyone around him, and just spilling the blood more and more, letting it drip down their warm bodies until they go cold. And that's Felix.
All right. And what about you, Four?
Well, we can man. Let's summarize Gurney Abel in 3 main points. Point 1: he is a urban explorer, a cartographer of sorts, with a vast appreciation for the the absolute magnificent structures of Palemore, its rich history, particularly the history that lies deep below the streets, farther down, deeper to this underground, where forbidden things are so steeped in mystery and even more wondrous buildings and just wondrous, absolutely super awesome secrets to unearth. And this is one of his prizes, this mask that he has liberated from one of these structures that he discovered deep underneath the streets of Palemore. It granted him the ability to essentially peer into the fate of things, the minds and thoughts of various individuals, as well as certain instances of the past and future. And it also gave him the opportunity to claim it for himself, rather than have his best friend possibly get his grubby mitts on it first. Used it to bash said friend's brains across the cobblestone floor. With his prize in hand, he returned, and after that, things get dark and blank. Most of what he remembers is simply this fistula, this gastric fistula that lies inside his chest, leading to his stomach, a hole that has not healed correctly, and now noxious necrotic fumes and liquid pours from its gnarled, expanding nastiness. It's gross, and that's really all Gurney Abel is. He's gross, he's idealistic, and he knows and loves this Palemore possibly more than anyone else. And he's going to bring it out of this terrific state of things that this night has brought. Hopefully he won't go insane by the end of it. Hopefully he's not insane right now. Oh boy.
All right. And last but not least is Mr. Din Money.
Whew. Hey, what's up, Din Money? Tonight I shall be taking on the role of Sir Ulrich the White, Templar of the Church, sent to bring justice to the city of Palemore. By my sword and my honor, I bring God's deeds. So that's my plan for tonight. But yeah, crotchety old man, pretty big, but he has the divine blessings from above to somehow gain the power of youth and vigor for short periods of time. And he uses that to smash things and bring justice to sinners.
All right. That is has bought me enough time to get things underway. So why don't we jump in here? I didn't actually save a picture of the woman, so let me see. I might actually have them though.
Cosplay time. There's no time. Get a dress. Get a veil. Get some ketchup.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's awesome, but that's not the one that I was looking for. Shit. I have it in Photoshop, but here, that's good enough. So you guys have basically entered this this study, this library, and when I find it, I will put a picture of the women on the screen. There it is. You guys have yes, here we are. One of them has kind of let out this wail at you, and you are paralyzed, and the others are drifting towards you. So why don't we go ahead and roll some initiative as things are about to get underway, and then we can figure out what's going to happen.
Crap.
I got a 10.
Here we go. Boom. 24. Thank you.
All right.
It's a 10 for me.
All right. So, as we start things off, Gurney, what did you get?
A 10.
10. Got it. Ulrich,
24.
24.
Ah!
And then Felix got a 10 also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that's going to happen is as this shriek kind of freezes you in place. Wow, that's very, very loud. You guys are going to watch as these ghosts kind of drift towards you. Some of them with their bound hands drawing strange knives in between their hands in the air. The others just sort of reaching out for you. Let me check one thing here. Actually, I'm going to do this with my dice. This is number 1. Okay, this is number 2. Okay, and then this is number 3. So the first thing that's going to happen is, Felix, you are going to take a knife attack.
Okay.
They're going to have advantage against you because you are paralyzed. KL1 plus 2d4. Oh.
Ooh, God.
2d4. That is going to be a 17 against your guard.
Against my
Nice.
guard?
Nice.
Nah.
Nah?
Well,
They
wait,
hit like
hold
old
on.
women.
No, that won't hit. I had to double check because I'm not in my frenzied state yet, but yeah, no, still no.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So as you as this thing this ghost is going to kind of stab down into you and kind of like it'll kind of like stick in the leather of your jacket and kind of slice through it, leaving just a thin kind of a thin cut down your chest, but not deep. As it kind of reaches back. However, you are going to feel a cold hand on the back of your neck as another one is coming from behind you. This time, let me actually get my sheet here.
Yikes. All right, I got your back, Felix. Ulrich's watching.
No, she has my back.
Well,
Get
then
her back.
it's gonna be a conga line in here soon.
Nope.
I'll take the
That's
ones.
not what I'm looking
Just
for.
line them all up for me, so I can just get in the back of the line. Just
There you go.
blast them.
That's not what I'm looking for. I can't find that anymore.
There we go.
Okay. Instead, we're just going to go with this. This is going to be a... Yeah, that's the one. The ghost is going to actually make a check against you, and this is going to be 2d10. So it is going to attempt to inflict something on you. Which boon is this? This is
Would be a bane, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I meant which stat is this? All right, there it is.
If it's not guard, it could be.
Yeah, no, this is actually going to be against your resolve.
Oh yeah.
That'll hit.
Okay. You are going, as this thing kind of its hand grasps your neck, you feel kind of the cold spreading as its kind of clawed fingers actually begin pushing through the skin, not in a way that kind of is like tearing the flesh, but it almost as if someone is pushing icicles deep into the back of your head. And you are actually going to feel yourself losing control of your own body.
Oh god, I already have a thing poking into the back of my head. Remember, I've got this cage with a screw in it.
Yeah.
They're poking around that.
Yeah, it's so as soon as this happens, you're basically when you turn. Well, we'll get there in a second when you turn around. But it is because it has inflicted against you. You feel something like something strange is happening. We'll actually get to that when we get to your turn, how that manifests. But we have one more, and that is going to go to Ulrich. Ulrich, this one is going to make a stab attack against you.
Bring it on.
Oh, shit! I also did the wrong roll last time, but that's fine. Ulrich. Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, so that is going to be a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 28 against your guard.
Damn it. She's like a nurse in Silent Hill. She gets going. She got me by 6. My guard was 22.
Okay.
You're stun locked.
Yeah.
Dagger just this kind of splintered dagger stabs like right into your shoulder, and you kind of feel it kind of draw like cutting as it lets out a shriek right in your face.
I'm gonna shriek right back at her then.
All right, we're gonna go to Ulrich. You actually have the top of the round. I need you to make me a. You can either make a check with your resolve, or you can use some other ability. You can give me a way that you want to try and break this paralysis.
My resolve's pretty good. I'd like to try that. I got 18. I'm
Okay.
pretty confident. My God, give me the strength, man.
Not exactly gonna do it, as the Bane is unfortunately going to be stuck to you.
I can't think with this old crone screaming in my face.
All
Alright,
right,
so
you're still
is
paralyzed.
my turn just like gone? Oh, God.
You can. I mean, there's not much you can do while you're paralyzed.
I'm gonna think some evil thoughts, at least.
Okay.
Well, justice kind of evil thoughts.
Justice evil thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. That means we are gonna go to Gurney and Felix at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Let's resist Bane at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna do with my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. That was resolve, correct?
Resolve to resist. Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let me double that with a 34 in total.
Oh, fine roll, old boy.
Mwah!
All right. So yeah, you will definitely begin your turn free of your paralysis. What about you, Felix?
Well, let's see. Look at that.
Nice.
All right. So Gurney, once you are free, no, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, didn't.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Gurney, what do you want to do?
Jeez, I want to help people. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give Felix some advantage. I want to give him the bolster boon. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my prescience. I'm going to activate the mask, and I am going to look into the future of his next attack, and sort of tell him who to aim for and where to
For
go.
Felix, okay.
Yeah, for Felix. I'm
Cool.
sorry, Ulrich. You're stuck.
Go ahead and make me a boon check. What's the power level on that?
It's gonna be power level 3. We're gonna play it safe.
Okay,
Okay, 27.
that'll do it.
So I just like to sort of like start taking some steps back, and just sort of like see like 2 different like versions of what's happening as the mask goes on, and I just sort of whirl towards Felix and just like spout out like, "Ah, Felix, under,
What?
duck,
What?
get her in the stomach.
What's going on?
I'm looking to the future. She's gonna kill you."
Ah! Felix is gonna take his scissor blade and just stab it behind him.
Okay. Are you're not gonna turn around?
No.
Roll, you're gonna need to make me a resolve check then.
Goddamn resolve checks.
8.
Damn
You can't actually stab your scissors behind you because you were pretty sure you have to, like, there is someone very, very important back there. And you have to protect them.
Huh? I look back. What do I see?
You see, as you look back, you see a beautiful woman in a fairly courtly dress, but she looks sad. She is, she looks like she's in danger, and you realize that it's your job to protect this woman.
I'm sorry. Are you all right? What happened to you? Who did this?
Felix, knife, screaming.
No. She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. We can. She's fine. She's.
Get a hold of yourself. It's coming. We don't have time for this. And I'm just gonna start backing away from everybody. I can only cast 1 boon. That was my action, so yeah, that's just my movement. I don't know. I'm gonna just put distance between myself and everybody else to the other side of the room,
Okay.
and I'll just say, "Ulrich, you gotta break out of it. You gotta do something, buddy." Don't give me that look.
So Felix, you can't given this information, how do you want to spend your action?
There's another person who attacked me too, right?
Yes, she's in front of you.
Okay. I don't have any attachment to her, do I?
Not particularly.
Okay. Good. Okay. You stay away from her. And he'll just take the blade that he was trying to reach backwards and just forward.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack.
That's 14 with an exploding 6. 17.
Nice.
17 will be enough to sort of like swing through her her floating hair and maybe a little bit of cloth, but not really clip her particularly well.
It's okay. I'll protect you. It's fine.
All right.
Gurney, don't hurt her. Just the other ones. They're all after her. I think.
I can work with this. All right, I'll work with this.
All right. Top of the round, there is going to be another shriek. I need everyone to. Oh, this is going to be a test against everyone's. I guess this would be toughness. Yeah, toughness. To resist paralysis. So here we are.
Mr. Askren, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a 20 on this.
Okay.
Do it.
because I do not want to be paralyzed. 28. God, thank you.
All right.
Judo, thank you.
Holy crap. That was a big roll of his. I think I'm going to use a nat 20 on mine too.
All right.
I'm rolling toughness.
It's a 24 for against your saving throws.
Oh, no.
35.
All right.
Whew, thank goodness I did it.
Felix, does it beat your toughness?
Yes.
You can make. I think you mean that we're doing toughness opposed rolls. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yes.
Okay, Felix, you are going to be paralyzed again. The rest of you manage to cover your ears quickly, or kind of like, hunker down to stop the sound of this screeching wail. All right. That means at the top, we're also going to go with... Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna start preparing my roll. Oh man, Ulrich is pissed.
I need to see that youth.
Yeah,
I need that dashing gold locks.
Yeah. We need some Goldilocks right now. Those lucky Goldilocks.
Sorry, give me a second.
Trust the youth to save us.
Where are we?
We are in staging mode for destruction.
This is the one that I want. Okay.
Are you sure that's what you want?
I am very, very sure.
What you really, really want?
More like that. Okay. Alright, so there are going to be 3 more knife attacks. One of them, this is going to be one at Felix, one at Ulrich, and one at Gurney. So Felix, the one that is behind you is going to make a dart for Ulrich, and is going to strike against him. Ulrich, you are not free from your paralysis, are you?
You're muted.
You're muting.
Yes, I just broke free from the last one, so hopefully that's a double.
No. Okay, so yeah,
that was just to resist the new one. Okay, I'll break.
You were already paralyzed. So that's gonna happen on your turn. You're gonna roll to resist on your turn. Okay, so this is going to be. This was a 4. Ulrich, this is gonna be at with advantage at you.
For now. Yes.
14.
Yes. You notice he's starting to flex a little more underneath that leather coat.
All right.
Did not break the guard 22.
Okay. This is against Gurney normally.
Yes.
1d4. Gurney, that's going to be a 22 against your guard.
That hits. For a total of 22, 8 damage. Oh.
Yeah, alright. So this one just stabs, like, right down into the back of your, into your neck and wrenches the blade with more wailing and screaming. The last one is going to be the one that Felix just struck. This is against his front. Felix, 13 against you.
No.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Got it. So that means we're going to go back to the top of the list with Ulrich. You need to roll to resist again.
God damn it. Alright, so I'll be rolling resolve. Is that what that one is, right?
Toughness.
Toughness? Alright. I wanted to combine that with my rage mode and see if I can get advantage on that. You asked me earlier if I had a reason to do anything besides just a straight
Sure,
toughness.
I'll let you try and push through.
Oh crap. Well, I accidentally hit the button. I thought it was gonna ask me for advantage. 17.
Roll again.
Okay, sweet.
Well, it's you need
Okay,
you need
let's get it out of the
you
way
need a
now.
10 or better to
Yeah,
to
sweet.
remove the bane.
Okay.
So you got that.
So
Sweet,
you're
cool.
fine.
Sweet. Well, at least we got the one out of the way. I saved somebody's life with that roll. Oh my god. Whew. All right, so I'm out. So now I'm free to attack.
Yes, you. So you are starting your rage. So you are going to start with your
Yeah.
transformation, and you can make an attack with it.
Yeah! Sorry, Grandma. The shriek show's over. And I'm going to just isolate the one right in front of me right now. And I'm using a nat 20, which means I've only got one left. So if anybody out there wants to donate it. Ah!
The one right in front of him isn't the one that's stabbing me, is it?
No,
Well,
the
one
one that
at a
was
time,
the one that
Felix.
was behind you is now attacking Ulrich.
Okay, so he's attacking
cool.
the one I'm supposed to protect.
Yes, he is.
Oh, she's gone now then, bro. She's down. She's that smear on the pavement. At least
So
I hope so.
Ulrich, you kind of as you with a roar kind of break your paralysis. You swing the sword in an arc, and it'll kind of like smash down on the tiles, shattering pieces of marble and carpet, going scattering as the ghost is dissipated for a second. You can see it like her form is scattered, but you can almost see as if the smoke is struggling to reform itself.
Good. I spat on where the smoke was.
All right.
And if anybody took any damage, they can. If I beat her by 10, they can take a D4 healing
Oh my god,
From-
thank you.
inspiration.
I have 8 health.
Nice. Nice. It might even be 2 D4s now. Shit. It's been a little while since I got to do it. Usually you guys are like, nah, I don't need it. It's like, oh, man. Like the last 3 times. That's all right, though. That's all right. When you need it, you need it.
All right. Sorry, my chest. Next is going to be Gurney and Felix.
That's Gurney's line. Sorry, my chest. Oh, muted.
Well, you brought up my chest. I'm gonna go ahead and use my might, which is the same as my entropy, thanks to a special feature I have. So I'm going to just shove out the tendril that I'm used to just, this new addition, and I'm going to see if it can just go straight through her and throw her across the room.
Okay.
Until she just like breaks.
Okay.
So I think I rolled 2d8, but let me double check that.
This is a straight entropy attack against her guard.
Yes, indeed, and it is 2d8. Ooh. 31.
Doing well.
36 in total.
Yeah, that is that's not quite as solid of a hit as Ulrich's, but you still kind of. So you wanted to use your tendril again?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay.
If I can make it.
Yeah, you basically are like taking as deep a breath as you can, and almost like a fire hose propelling you in the opposite direction. There's going to be this splurt of just cancerous material out of your chest in a straight line, sending you skidding backwards, almost losing your balance on the marble floor as it slams into this ghost, and with a wail, it is going to send her across the room before just landing with a splat on the ground.
How's Felix looking?
Nice.
So you said the ghost was trying to reform. Does that mean she's like still technically there? I'm still under that influence.
As far as you know, it's still in your head.
Could I somehow tell Felix that it was an accident?
Well, no.
Okay, first off, I resist the paralysis.
You weren't the one that hit him. that hit the one that he was.
Oh no, that
Charmed
Ulrich, it's just his youthful rage. He didn't know.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could try and tell him whatever you want.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say,
Ulrich, I told you. What did I tell you? She was nice. She wasn't trying to hurt
no,
anyone.
no, Felix, it's
what
all
did you
right.
do?
Felix, it's all right.
Believe in God.
Oh my God, Ulrich, Felix, he's charmed by that other woman. We have to stop her, or else he's gonna kill
Ulrich
her.
is?
Ulrich, he's charmed by her. You have to stop him.
He is
Stop
charmed.
her. You have to break the spell.
I'm looking at Felix and I'm looking at the one that's charmed her. All right, locking on target.
No.
Ready.
Well, I think he was trying to convince me that you were charmed.
I'm trying to tell
dang.
Felix, he's attacking her because he's charmed by that other one. Get her.
You made him hurt her.
Get him, Felix. Get her, I mean.
Felix takes a scissor blade in both hands and just slices both of his wrists so they slit and blood pours down, connecting them. And he reaches out and swings back and just tries to basically fling like a silvery thread of sword around her neck. And I'm going to.
So you want to try and grab her with the blood? Are you making an attack?
It's an attack.
Okay.
It's slicing her.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and roll me a blood check. That's not what I want. That is what I want.
Speaking of blood check, I actually donated blood to the Red Cross yesterday. If anybody's thinking of doing it, it's always a good thing to do.
wholesome.
I'm
Just
proud of
make
you.
sure
John.
it's
That's
not-
a 36.
Just make sure it's not blood from an eldritch god.
Well,
So that's this Writhing Moon brought
they-
to you
do
by
they
the
The
Did I
Red Cross.
check for
the
that?
Red Cross.
That's what my girlfriend kept saying. She's just like, "You're giving your blood to the all-powerful one."
It's so wonderful.
did that beat its guard by more than 10?
Yes.
Is it dead?
This is the one that. This is the one that that Felix just attacked, or the one that attacked you.
The one that attacked me. Or the one that Gurney is pointing at, whichever that is.
I'm assuming that would be the one that was at your front, in which case that one hasn't been hit yet.
That's true. That one has not been hit.
So, will that be enough to kill it then?
No.
Then I get to inflict a bane. So, this thing is going to wrap around it pretty much like a blade that is almost thread-like in nature, made of pure blood, and it's going to slice around her, just under one arm over the other, like a sash, and tighten, cutting into her skin while it does, and it's going to inflict the bane of immobile.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of, so as you lash this blood whip around her, it's going to begin to kind of wrap around with the scissor kind of being on the weight on the end of it. And as it does, you pull, and as you pull, you kind of tense, so the thread kind of creates these mini serrations, so it begins kind of sawing into her, and her wailing and screaming becomes louder.
Why did you make him hurt her? She didn't do anything wrong.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm gonna make another attack with,
Okay.
Was it the Reckless Frenzy? Is that the one? Where
Yeah,
you
the
have to
Reckless Frenzy.
Take 5 damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
And I'm going to, with one arm still like holding her tight, going to grab the drill from around my side and just flip it forward and just
All right.
let's see how that goes.
So you wanna rev up the drill and hit her with it?
Mm-hmm.
All
What's
right.
the modifier for that again?
The drill?
Mm-hmm.
The drill should be, I believe it's a, where are we? It's a straight up might attack, but you get an extra D8 on it.
Okay. 23.
23 will be enough to hit. However, it's basically you kind of as you wrench this drill kind of back, you take it by the handle and jam it. You have to rush forward and jam it, pulling the trigger as it spins and begins biting in through the ghostly cloth and through the pale flesh. No blood coming from her body, but as it punctures through her lower abdomen, it's basically like the drill is now stuck like in her abdomen.
Nice.
As her crying gets a bit louder. As we go down to the bottom of the initiative order, there is another loud crash, and you guys hear kind of stone breaking as metal smashes into something. Those of you with the ability to turn and look behind you would see a large hulking figure. I'm gonna actually get it for you guys. It is right. I didn't crop the white off of this, so apologies for that. But it looks a bit like this. Who is smashing into the room from the doorway. It is the same executioner-like figure, just axe above its head. You can see the kind of the cloth over its face, so it doesn't seem to be looking. You can't even tell where it's looking, just that it's swinging this humongous metal-bladed axe wildly as it begins to. It's gonna start. You guys are in the room a bit, so you're gonna have a little bit of time before it reaches you, but probably by next round, it is gonna be up in melee range with you guys. So we're gonna get up to the top of the round. 1 is out. 2 is across the room. Okay. This is going to be Ulrich, the not the one that you struck, but the one that the woman that is carrying her head is going to drift towards you, and as she does, she's going to kind of raise the head in your direction as its sobbing grows louder and louder.
Yeesh, so she's approaching me with that. She's still a little
Flying
bit
towards you with her head kind of in her hands.
Whoosh. I want to bust out the spear, start taking aim.
Okay. Before you do that, I need you to make me a resolve check.
Oh, god damn the result. You still doubt my resolve. Right, here we go. I think I need to do this without a nat 20. I really want to save it for if we're in a bind. I've got 2 left in the crap. So please God. For me and Ulrich. God. Oh, for me and Ulrich, 1 for each of us. Wow. I think
it's okay.
Someone upstairs is laughing.
It's okay.
Wow.
Okay. That means that
I guess
Ulrich, you are going to feel this thing's kind of pained sobs fill your ears. It's not a scream of paralysis, but it does, as you see it, you feel the weight of its sorrow, of its of the pain of it, and like all of the things that it had to that she had to watch before she died. And it almost seems to mix with your own sort of inner turmoil, as for a brief second before this thing has reached you, you are almost positive that the face in the hands looks uncomfortably familiar. One that you've kind of tried to put out of your mind for a very long time.
What? That's impossible. I guess Ulrich like drops the spear for a moment, like he's stunned and he's not attacking.
All right. That means that there is just one more that can actually attack. No, that one is yeah, no, it's right up with Felix, so it is going to make an attack against him. Felix is just a straight melee attack against you. A nat 1, but 2 exploding 4s. Let's see how this does. Not great. 14 against you.
Nope.
No, not really. So you were basically locked with this thing, as it's kind of bound by the rope of blood, basically attempting to stab down at you. You're just doing your best, basically like fending this off with your bleeding arms. Gurney, you were gonna see the one that you blasted across the room begin to kind of drift to her feet. Definitely battered and torn. Is actually gonna drift out the door at the far end of the room.
That's the direction we wanted to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Okay. Does she seem in a hurry?
Possibly. I mean, she's moving about. They don't move particularly fast.
It's more like a not a
Yeah, I mean about as fast as they normally move seems to be the case.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take aim at the ghost without her head on,
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, you totally can.
All right, and I'm just gonna like the tendrils like slaps against the ground and then just sort of starts to swing violently over at her.
Yeah, get her.
I'm gonna knock her more than her head off if I can.
Go for it. I want to see it.
Alrighty. Just
Yeah.
20. Just 20.
20 will be enough to sort of, like, not do much damage, but smash it, like, kind of knock it away from being, basically coming down on Ulrich, who is now, like, on his knees. This thing is drifting down towards him, so you kind of, like use the whip of this kind of cancerous, flesh, and just kind of, like, bash into her, and she's just, knocked off to the side a little bit.
I'll just yell at Ulrich, like, "What are you doing? Get moving! It's right behind you!"
I can't.
Ah!
Felix, what do you want to do?
I still have this woman held, right?
Yeah, you were basically right up in melee with her.
Yep. So I've got my drill already inside of her. I'm just going to basically pull the trigger and hope it can just sort of drill the rest of the way through.
All right.
35.
Cotton candy.
35. As you push, you kind of brace your foot and put all of your might behind this thing and just smash it through. And as you grip both the handle and the grip, you wrench it outwards, and with a loud, shrieking, pained wail, you see the face contort into eyes covered in cloth, hands still struggling on this ghostly knife. You see its face contort in pain and sadness and terror as it's dissipated into a white cloud.
That's right. You won't hurt her again. You're free now. You're free now, Ulrich. Don't worry. She's gone. And he's immediately...
that was not the one that Ulrich was that was approaching Ulrich.
Well, no, but that's the one who Thor said was controlling Ulrich.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah. And without skipping a beat, Felix is going to just sort of, with like a hop, skip, and a jump, take the, like, basically first retract the blood blade, sheath it, and then with a hop, skip, and a jump, jump straight over to the other woman who's drifting away, and aim straight for the face that she is holding.
Okay.
With the drill.
All right.
And that's using another ability I have called Combat Follow Through and one called Combat Momentum, where I can, after I kill an enemy, I can make another attack and move action for free.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so just all right. That's an exploding 6. $36 against her guard.
Where are we? Okay.
How my boys doing?
As you kind of like land on the ground, you kind of drag the drill and can turn towards this thing, rushing. You're basically going to sort of leap in the air and slam it down into this ghost's back, almost sort of pinning it to the ground. As Ulrich, you were gonna hear it let out this just horrible wail, like banshee-like wailing cry, just face hollow and sunken in pain. And this is actually going to sort of resonate through you. Almost the same pain that it is feeling is kind of swelling up in your own chest.
Excellent.
We're gonna find out that what goes on there in just a second, but this time the stomping executioner is going to reach the fray, and we'll see one or
No!
two.
I will.
Yes, I think this guy is going to be cool with this. I don't know why. His picture.
Does he have to
Look
roll
is
for when they scream at him?
When
No.
does Mordecai come back?
The thing is, he did have to roll for which one he was gonna hit, and he's gonna attack Ulrich.
What? I thought we were bros, bro.
Ulrich, because you were prone, and because you were not paying attention to him, he's gonna have an advantage on his strike against you.
Yeah. I call shenanigans. all right. Well, I'm just gonna use the force then and have him roll low.
All right,
Pray.
pray for Ulrich. Here we go.
Can someone donate an unnat 20? Dude, damn it.
25. Two
right,
fairly
well-
low rolls there. You are lucky because those 10s are big.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. So, 22 guard, so he gets me, but for 3 damage. So.
All right. So we'll say that as he like brings this axe down in a wide arc, it's basically just going to smash right in, kind of hitting you in the back, and actually, rather than clipping you completely, kind of sends you tumbling forward as it crashes, even with more power than even your sword did, smashing the marble floor and kind of one of the chairs nearby and sending them flying as this thing lets out a loud kind of guttural like roar. Sending you kind of sprawling forward on your face, a little bit of a gash on your back, your kind of heavy leather coat cut open.
Damn it! That was my new coat!
It is then going to make a second cleaving attack. However, you are on your face, so this is going to actually pass right over you. However, 4, it is going to swing at you, but not with advantage, because you can see it coming.
I don't want to. I don't want to see it coming, but I don't want it to get over here either.
11.
Ah!
Oh, this thing is blind. You throw yourself backwards, like as this blade past you.
You did actually roll a d10 instead of a d20 there.
Did I? Oh shit! I failed.
God damn it, Speedy. Whose side are you on?
Do it.
bro?
You're not gonna get me.
25.
You got me.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Teamwork. In and out of games, Speedy.
Hold on. Let me see something. 25. 25. It's just enough to bring me to 0.
Shit.
Give me
That
one
is
second.
just enough. Oh no!
Oh. All right. Well, we've got some reinforcements coming in, so
I should have turned on life drain, but life drain always takes up a turn to do it. I should have done that.
I think we need to get the hell out of here. Is there any? We need to find an exit. Like,
Is there a
priorities
window?
need to shift right now. Like, we are losing this battle, and I think we need to. I don't usually say this, but maybe we need to look for the retreat path.
Hold
think
on
we're
there,
fine.
Ulrich.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whoa.
I haven't been hit at all.
Exactly. Felix is doing great. He's got his drill out. He got to do his blood sense and blood attacks.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only one who's hurt me.
No, watch.
That's
Watch.
true.
This is it. This is going to make it wonderful. Felix is going to take all these guys out,
Hell yeah.
and I'm going to be drowning in my alien husbando.
All right, you guys are right. Things have changed behind the scenes. Ulrich now has the courage to continue.
Oh, is that really okay? Then. Really?
God, I don't know. Or an angel whispered in Ulrich's ear right now and said, "You can do it with this 20." I'm ready to kick some ass again. Yeah. How many of those banshees are left though? Before we
So there is
fallen.
the headless one is still technically alive, and then one of them fled. The other two have been destroyed.
Okay, so it's just one banshee and then Axeman. All right.
Yeah, basically.
All right. I think we can do this with the help of our buddies in the chat.
All right. So, since this thing swung, for you Gurney, you took some damage. That means that we are going to go to Ulrich's turn.
All right, yeah. Go. You're going to my turn, and they are going. Excuse my language. To hell. I mean, sorry, he's in young mode. To hell.
There you go.
All right, so if actually, as much as I want to attack the guy, teammates are first. I want to use my movement action. And see, can I grab 4 and like kind of just pick him up and run and I don't know, get him at least out of the vicinity of Axeman?
Would you be able to, if you attacked, would I be able to get the D4 even though I'm unconscious or whatever I am?
Are you unconscious?
I told you it was just enough to take me to 0.
Okay.
Damn it!
So I'm taken out.
Not to be a speedy, but technically you have to see my
Yeah.
attack to get
That's
it.
right.
It's inspiration
That's
healing.
right.
It's inspiration.
Well, that's as meta as I
Is
can
that what
get. So
being a
there you
speedy
go.
is now?
Yeah.
It's gonna come full circle. Just watch.
Damn it. Okay. Well.
You can,
Yeah.
if you wanted to pick up Gurney's body and run with him, you totally could.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Let me just grab him and run a little bit. At least I want to get towards Felix. If I can drop him off somewhere safe, I'm totally down for round 2 with this guy. But I don't want to risk him getting hit again. And then if I can just toss him somewhere and then get an attack in, that's cool too. But safety first, to be honest, right now.
All right. So what do you want to do?
I want to pick up grab 4 and move him to a safer location. If I can toss him somewhere and I'd be like, "Hey, Felix, catch!" Toss him to Felix and then turn around and attack. I don't know if that's stretching the movement a little bit.
If you wanna fit, I will let you use your. So here's the thing: is I will let you use your action to physically pick up his body, and because you're a fairly strong guy, you can move with his body. If you want to actually throw him, push him, or otherwise move him, that would be a might check.
Okay. I'm not going to go that far. I think I'll easily be able to run back and attack this guy. So I'm just going to grab him and move him to a safer location right now. Just
Where is
Felix.
safer?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
You tell me, Louise. I want to do, I guess, a quick scan of the. Is there an exit on the other side? I guess.
Yeah. So the way it works right now is, you're in a very very long chamber, looks like it's probably about a football field-sized chamber with bookcases. There are some archways leading what look like more library study area. There is tables and carpet, and at the far end there's a fairly big archway that's where you thought you were headed to before you kind of angered the ghost women in this room. But yeah, that was where one of them seemed to flee out of. So you could grab him and start running across the room to that exit.
Yeah, I think I want to start to, and I want to kind of just shout to Felix too, and be like, Felix, Gurney took a hit pretty bad, or took a pretty bad hit. As I'm running. Yeah,
Oh no, did my little tendril get chopped off?
I mean, it probably started like shriveling almost as soon as it exited your body.
That tends to happen.
So Ulrich, you're gonna grab him and just start running.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna make you at least two move actions across the room.
Okay, I'll just do one for now. Yeah, just one.
I mean,
one move
at
in
least
action.
2 turns
Yeah,
worth of
just to
moving.
plan for that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you
All
can
right,
start.
sweet.
You can start
Yeah.
running. That's
Yeah.
no problem.
Cool.
That means we are gonna go to Gurney. You don't have to do anything. Are you you're just at 0?
No, I'm at 0.
Okay, but you're not taking ongoing damage, so you don't need to make any saves against that.
Joy.
Which means that Felix, is your turn.
All right. Felix is going to. He still has his drill inside of this banshee's back cavity, and I think he's gonna start by just trying to drill straight through it again.
Okay. Yeah, you can make another straight up attack against this thing.
I'm gonna use the nat 20. It's a 45.
That will absolutely, with a shriek, this thing is the ghost is going to be in smoke as what is left is the pale head rolling across the floor.
That's weird, but okay. And Felix will again just immediately just vault over to the other creature,
The giant executioner.
The giant executioner.
Yeah.
And this time, using his scissor lasso, basically, he's going to try and with a nat 20. Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Okay, and again. All right. So that is a. I forgot to do the K1 on that. But that is a 33 or 56.
Uh, 56. I'm gonna move that off screen for
Or
you guys.
59, actually.
59.
Nice.
So,
59s.
so
So tell me how
What
this
Felix-
attack looks.
So Felix takes his whip basically, and just with blood dripping off of it, makes a big wind up, and he sends it flying, trying to wrap it, starting from the bottom of the legs and going upwards, and almost with a sort of precision that you wouldn't expect to see from a natural whip, something that he can only control because of his own influence over his blood. The whip unnaturally wraps all the way around and up his body and clenches, cutting into him as it does.
All right. So you kind of sort of spin this thing around your head and throw it, and as it kind of like the same way a rope does when it hits like a pole and it starts spinning, we'll say that the knife blade kind of acts like a ballast, and it kind of lashes this thing around like up the leg and then around the stomach before kind of like burying into like between the one of the armor plates, the blade itself. And as you pull, it's kind of taut, and you brace yourself as this kind of rope made of blood is tight and tense. And as you pull once again, just these very fine saw-like teeth begin to kind of form out of as the blood kind of like smooth, like like the meniscus is outwards. These saw-like teeth, and with one last wrench, you pull the knife blade free, and the whole thing begins unwrapping like you're pulling a ripcord as the saw just begins tearing through this thing's dead flesh with a loud... It's smashing its axe blade down into the ground to steady itself as just a splash of blackened, foul-smelling blood just kind of unloads onto the floor as this thing stumbles, one of its legs kind of the armor plating falling off as it's carved and ruined. It is still standing, but it has been pretty heavily damaged.
All right, and I'm going to go into
Nice.
reckless frenzy to attack again.
Okay.
And this time, having done that from a distance, I'm going to just sort of rush forward to this thing now on the ground and step over it, drill in hand, and...
Not nearly as much, but it's enough for you to kind of clear the ground to it. You look like you want to say something.
Oh, do I get another advantage because he's prone?
He's not prone.
Oh, never mind then. Well,
Yeah. He's steady, like his axe blade is buried in the ground and he's still standing. So we'll say that you kind of, as this is pulling back, you just sort of rush forward and lash again, the blade kind of clattering off the metal armor this time, but you are right up in the face of it as your friends are running away from you. Okay, we're gonna go to the top of the round. There are no more ghosts, which means that it is Ulrich's turn.
Oh, you're muted.
Awesome. All right, so I see there's no more ghosts. I want to gently lay down Gurney and say, I wish I could say rest, my child, but then I grab some stuff from his mapping stuff and I say, I need you to watch this. And try to at least tape one of his eyes open so he can see. It's for your own good.
So wait, say what's going on?
I want
Trying to prop my eyes open.
Yeah, I need to lay him down.
Okay.
See if he...
Prop an eye open, and then I'm gonna run back, and I want to do I don't even know, from Cable Guy, jump, leapfrog off Felix's back and come down on the top of this thing. We'll get
So
to that later.
you
One step at a time.
yeah, okay, so you were running away. If you wanted to drop Gurney where you were standing, I will say you can use your move action to get back to the big guy.
Yes.
But you'd have to basically let him go immediately.
Oh, I can't do the tape the eyes open, huh?
No, not really. Not and get back to attack at the same time.
Damn it.
I might be fine.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. Is there...
I try 3 times quickly to open his eye, and I'm like, not worth it. I gotta just go back in. Well, hopefully the guy's got a healing potion. All right, so I'll just gently lay him down or just drop him because that's I just wanted to make sure he was out of range from that guy and from any certain danger.
Yeah, I mean you've run a decent bit, so he's gonna be at least a turn's worth of movement away.
All right. All right, stay here for me, bro. I'll be right back. But don't worry, God will be with you while I'm gone. And then I'm gonna run back, just like I love to run because I'm a kid.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. So I'm running back, and then I'm gonna do a Speedy, tie your shoes. And then I want to just jump off him and use that leverage to just come down on this guy that's kind of stand back and a little sturdy.
Go for it. Felix is like bending over, not to tie his shoes, but to like just kind of look at his own blood dripping down.
He's already in it. All right. Oh yeah, and I'm using a nat 20.
All right.
So like Matrix running, Animatrix running up there. Felix, tie your shoe. Slam down my foot. Look down at Zombie Bazuso. And with the D and God, that's when I come down on him.
Are you using the spear or your sword?
Sword.
All right. So you, as you drop feet, you drop Gurney and run. You kind of, with a wide swing over your head, you're gonna kind of bring it down, catching his hooded head again, which towers over you. And as the hook on the end of your sword kind of grabs into it, the strength is gonna kind of buckle his stance, bringing him down, one knee kind of crashing into the ground as the hand is still on this giant axe. As this thing is not, it does not look dead. It looks like it is now on one knee, and like this sword is just kind of buried into its back, as it looks like it's struggling as hard as it can to kind of stand.
All right, I'm going to kind of take a nod from Felix over there and just clench my teeth and be like Felix, I need a frenzy. So I'm just gonna imagine he stabs me with something for 5 damage, and I'm gonna go in for another attack. Then
you can. I mean, there's a giant axe blade right nearby. You can kind of.
Okay.
You can kind of smash yourself into it to take some damage if you want.
Stub your toe.
Chill. All right, I'll scooch into that, like with the side of my foot, like
slam your shoulder into the axe blade.
Yeah. Oh, that felt good. Yeah. All right. I am a freaky little bastard right now.
Embrace the blood.
He's getting along with Felix a little too well right now. 20. Oh, there was a explosive.
Oh, there was.
Nice. All right. For my friends. All right. 48.
As you kind of you kind of smash your shoulder into this axe, as blood just streams down your coat. You kind of take a deep breath as everything slows down. Wrench the sword out of this thing's head as it attempts to lift it to kind of steady itself and bring the axe out one-handed. It looks like it's gonna bring it down to smash at you. You just, in a wide arc, I'm gonna say you clip forward, you clip the arm that has the axe hand, and then follow through, smashing the giant spike on the end of your sword, like right into the side of this thing's hooded head, just the blade kind of colliding against whatever is inside this sackcloth hood, as the thing is just the axe dropping out of its hand and coming crashing to the ground as its body just literally falls limp, still kind of kneeling in place as its bulk is basically holding itself up.
And that's your communion, dude. I think that'll probably do it for the rage, though. I think I'll have to go back into old man mode after that.
All right. As this thing is, let me just drop that off the screen. As this thing is, hold on, straw. That's the one. As this thing dies, I assume it's probably going to be a minute of Felix and Ulrich kind of feeling off their own exhaustion.
Die, bleed out, don't you? Gurney!
Wait, Gurney!
Felix, like, just gracefully strides towards Gurney, and with his bloody scissor blade still in hand, throws one straight into him. And as it sticks, you see the sort of bladed rope of blood just start to feed into him, kind of. Just as it reaches the base of the blade, it stops looking like the sharp and hardened form that it was, and just like blood, just drips down the silvery blade and goes into his body. I'm casting regeneration
On Gurney?
Gurney.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Seems your witchcraft can be used for good. Oh, no way.
That's a lot of exploding 8s.
That's Crazy Eights. We're playing Crazy Eights right now. Oh my god.
That's a
Holy
good
crap.
point, actually.
That's a... Ooh.
You're healed.
47. That's a 67.
It's gonna take a little.
You leveled up.
Wow!
That's a 67.
Is there like critical heal? Like,
Wow.
wow.
Uh-oh. Your fistula's healed up now.
Spreading within you. You feel a warmth spreading within you. This sort of acidic nature of your own fistula is almost overwhelmed by it as it courses through your veins. You start to feel something that you haven't felt in a while, which is a clean breath of air flowing into your lungs. You no longer feel like you're filled with smog. There's still some element of it within you, but it's contained now, and you feel just this warmth and light within you.
And with that, Gurney starts to breathe and open his eyes. They are bewildered at this sensation. And his hands just sort of like stretch over his chest because he can still feel that nugget of that piece that starts to, I don't want to say it starts to circumvent this, but eventually it's going to regulate this. It's gonna balance the scales over time. But as Gurney sits up, he looks at you, Felix, and wow. It is a genuine smile on his face.
You're back.
Yeah. Am I really? Am I really? He starts like making sure his head is attached. I mean, oh man, that. Are you guys all right?
Felix sort of tenderly grabs the scissor blade still inside of you.
Ah! You. Ah! You poked a hole in me.
You're welcome.
Feels good. Why? Felix.
I don't understand how you did that, Felix, but I guess it's for good. I'm happy You're back, Gurney. Thank you, Felix.
Thanks, Ulrich. Good job, Felix. Good job, Ulrich. Oh my god. And he gets up and sort of like motions you guys. We gotta keep moving. I don't want something worse to come along.
Aye, we shouldn't linger. Ooh, can I grab that guy's axe?
It's very, very big.
You have a spear, a giant sword,
And a giant axe would go well
and a
with
giant
that.
axe? Alright.
If we can't, no worries, but...
It's bigger than your own sword.
Then I'll take it.
It's like, oh no, it's even cooler than the sword I have right now. Oh gosh. Please.
I mean, I have a might of 6.
Yeah.
Maybe I could make better use of it.
Yeah, let's try it. Do you have a might of 6?
I do, yeah.
Really?
Gurney the strong.
Nice.
Yeah, my
Wow.
might is the exact same score as my entropy. It's not really might, it's just I'm...
Wow. You're tougher
Yeah.
than you look. But still, I'm bringing this goddamn axe.
No, that's gonna...
It's just like screeching
gonna make
along
noise.
the tiles as I'm dragging it.
Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna ruin the carpet, which is already a mess. No, we're moving on.
Fine. Ding, ding, ding. I'll leave it there. And shed a little tear as we look back, like an Indian seeing trash in the 90s.
Oh my god.
All right, give me 2
And,
seconds here.
Yeah, we're gonna move as... I don't know if we can move quietly, but definitely more cautiously.
Okay.
Without the axe, we're moving a little quietly. So.
Okay.
I wanted to like put the hilt of it inside the fistula and just pivot so I could hit things.
Like a heavy sail.
There you go.
Just trying to find. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. My map there. Okay.
You had a map this whole time?
So you where do you guys want to head? Again, you're in this huge kind of library area. There seems to be an exit at the far end.
Let's go
I guess we'll start moving towards the exit.
I mean, there are other places, but it seems like this particular archive, study, library, whatever it is, kind of extends in various directions. But you particularly saw this path through it.
Does it look like there's any like workspaces that were sort of left behind? Like, does it?
Yeah, there'll definitely be like writing desks and tables. There's tons and tons of books. You know, it's. I mean, again, if you look at the picture on the screen, that's kind of generally what you're seeing.
God, I wish Gurney had time to just spend 12 afternoons in here, but we can't do that because we are. I don't know if we're on the clock, but the sooner we get that kid put to bed, the sooner we can get back to our lives.
Aye. Let's keep moving. I want to find this queen.
So I'll continue with the vision I got. The path that we have been set on.
Yeah, so we're moving pretty quietly, I think, after all those ghosties.
Yeah.
That was pretty freaky.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the ghosts, they left like some sort of ghostly remains, right?
Not much.
Now they they.
Is the head still there?
The head is still there.
Grab it. You never know when you'll need an extra
Stuff
head.
it in my satchel with the other one.
Oh, God.
Also, do you guys recognize this?
The head?
No.
No.
Kind of
Put it down.
Is it like sort of translucent or something, or
No,
head?
the head is definitely like it's real. It feels real. It also feels cold. The wounds at the bottom are jagged on the stump-like neck, as it looks like it had been severed at some point, and it's now kind of blood has been drained from it. It's old. The cheeks are sunken. The face is very long and kind of very corpse-like.
Right, nothing interesting there.
Did you just throw it back in your bag, or did you just throw it over your shoulder?
Throw it over my shoulder. I kissed it and threw it over my shoulder.
Okay.
All right.
Did you have any parting words?
No.
All right. And then we'll continue.
All right. Where are you headed?
Exit.
We're gonna follow the path. I'm gonna keep referring to where this white figure went.
Okay. Which means, as you guys pass through the large archway, things are going to change slightly as you head through this library area. You emerge into what looks fairly different, what looks more like an armory of some sort. There's old giant suits of armor, cobwebs and dust everywhere. There are hanging, like, banners and things hanging on the wall, heraldry and statues. There's a long running carpet. The armory area seems to be similarly hallway-like, though has considerably less. It has actually no side pathways that you can see. It seems to just continue in a straight line, the ceiling vaulting high above your heads. There are two sort of small vestibules just as you enter on either side of you. One of which you think you can see a staircase on. However, the staircase seems to lead downwards. The armory heads straight ahead, and even in the dim light, you can see what looks like moonlight or external ambient light coming in through some sort of window or something at the far end. The armory itself is probably about 200 feet long, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, there's an armory. I say we check it out.
I mean,
like
yeah,
weapons.
you're pretty much in the armory right now. You're in the vestibule looking into it. It's like a long corridor going straight ahead.
Just taking swords and axes as we go along.
There's a few swords. There's definitely suits of armor, but these are, like, Ulrich, these are old and they're smaller than the one you have.
You got a problem with old stuff, huh, Sonny?
I didn't know you were a collector.
Well, I guess if they're no good to use, I won't grab them then.
I mean, you don't really know how good they are. They're just kind of they could be entirely decorational.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll go ahead and never mind. We want to be quiet. Never mind. I'm not gonna smash or take anything then. I was gonna test them, but I don't want to run into more banshees, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I'll tiptoe.
I don't want them to pick up the swords either. Let's just leave them be. I'm wondering about this stairway, though. At the very least, we'll have an exit. Come back to the stairs once we finish this. Do I... Am I actually being led further down the armory?
You didn't actually see an armory in your vision. You didn't see her passing through this way.
Interesting. I don't know. There might be something in the armory that we could possibly use. Might as well check while we're here. Yeah, we'll continue down the corridor in that case. See where it takes us. If it's looking a bit unsavory, we'll come back and get down the staircase.
Okay. So as you continue down the this sort of dusty armory for a bit. Sorry, I don't know what that is. you guys will see that there are paintings, there's heraldry and banners. This place is very empty. There are very obviously suits of armor missing, or pieces. You notice that, kind of on one side, like at the far end, where these larger suits of armor sit, there is one that is kind of standing upright, kind of clutching a big sword, is, kind of on the ground, its head held high. The armor is sort of rounded and rotund, with kind of a ornate design on the stomach. The greaves are fairly small there, and there's kind of a black cape draped down it, and you realize this looks almost exactly like the armor that was adorning the thing that just came after you.
Is it as big as the thing that just came after us?
Yeah.
Or?
Is it alive?
It hasn't moved yet.
Yet?
Well, yeah, the one we saw had like kind of like a cowl over its head. This one's the same thing. Like we can't see inside the mask. Like there's no
This one
way.
has a helmet.
Okay. Yeesh. All right, I'm just gonna like peer in to make sure if it's hollow in there.
Do you want to just against it, or do you want to actually
Jeez,
look?
no, I don't want to make any sounds. Jesus.
Okay. You'd actually have to kind of use your sword or something to kind of reach up and push the mask.
Okay, so
it's over your head.
Yikes.
Spear.
All right, yeah, I'll. Oh God, this. It's like I feel like I'm gonna like poke in a hornet's nest right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try to just slowly put the spear through the like eye slits in there.
Okay. As you kind of put it on, it's got one of those kind of visor, like the pointed visor things. I don't remember what those are called. But as you kind of push up a little bit, like the metal lifts a little bit, and there's a as a swarm of spiders kind of swarm out of the eye sockets and kind of around the back of the helmet and down into the armor.
Ew.
But other than
I
that,
immediately
nothing else
jerk
happens.
Back. Ew. I fling spiders off the spear and I immediately step back and I don't like this game anymore.
Too much, Askren. You pushed the envelope too far.
Well, I mean, sorry. The game of peeking into the stuff.
I guess the line.
On that. Yeah,
that is the line, and we finally crossed it.
Yeah, or like, all right, like, oh, let's just move. Like, that's gross. Like, no, never mind. Like, that was stupid. Like, I don't want to get little spiders all up in me.
I make sure there's none in my hair. I like smoke them out.
Yeah.
No, there weren't that many. They just kind of skittered around the armor itself, not like down onto you.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's like, imagine if we touch anything else in here. This place is probably like littered.
Ulrich, you don't want anything in here. The spiders have touched everything.
Yeah. So I'm.
I know they say if you see one spider, there's 10 more,
Yeah.
and we just saw like 15 spiders. So
Yeah.
That's a total of 55 spiders.
Yeah. Well, Ulrich wants some of that armor, but not if it's filled with spiders. That's where we draw the line. And,
it's also too big for you.
well, I was gonna look around for one my size, but I don't even want to do that anymore. That's why it's like I don't like this game. I'm not done shopping through this armory. I want to.
We just need to find enough custard pies, Ulrich. That's all we need.
Ooh, custard pie.
We'll just kind of continue investigating the armory, see if there's anything else around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
Not full of spiders or made of spiders.
Yeah, I'm staying in the middle of the path now. I'm letting them kind of poke through stuff now.
I was kind of hoping we would find something that Sir Jorik would make back at his workshop. No, there's nothing here.
Not that you can see. This is mostly. This looks like mostly handcrafted, like royal knight armor, either decorational or antique.
Yeah, if not, then I'd say we should go back and go down the stairs.
There is now this was at this set of armor was at the end. You are basically nearly at the end of the hallway, and you can see it has opened up. There actually appears to be a much more open area just beyond the kind of archway at the end of it. From what you can see, there's light streaming down, like ambient night moonlight streaming down from the high kind of windows. This area ahead, as far as you can tell, it kind of got a little air, like a little bit, at like a T. It kind of goes out for a little bit, and then it opens up on both sides. You see, there is sort of an ornate-looking door straight ahead of you at the far end of this place. And you don't see what's on either side just yet.
I know what I'm gonna do, Askren.
What are you gonna do?
I forgot that we still have my little goo buddy.
Yeah, your black tar man.
Ah, he should have been fighting with us.
I know. I forgot I made him, and I could have had him defend for some of us, but instead I forgot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order him to go under the door, and I'm gonna cast Seen on him, so I can see through his several eyes. Let's hope it works, because I think it's power level 4. If he comes back, it's gonna be okay. If he comes back, it's okay.
Oh god, I don't know if he can smile, but I imagine he would just.
Did I give him lips?
The whole time, just watching all of us. I'm carrying your unconscious body. He's like not helping. Oh god.
All right, so you want to send Ooze Boy?
Ooh, actually, if the ooze was there, does that mean he would have seen my attack and given the inspiration healing?
No.
Yes.
Not to get technical.
No.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh no! Wait a second. It sustained persists, so that means when I went unconscious,
Yeah.
he also disappeared. Ah. Gurney sheds a single tear. Well, in that case, I opened the door.
All right, so you want to cross this the area towards the door? That's fine.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, you
this is a
totally
pretty
can.
nice door.
So, okay, so before you get there, you will kind of, as you enter this large open area outside the armory, this seems to be the one of the kind of, I don't want to call it a hall, more of like a vestibule. There's columns, there's statuary in the alcove. Here, let me. I think I might have a picture of it. Yeah, I do. It's there's kind of statuary. There are chandeliers above your guys' heads. Let me just grab this and crop it, and I will show you what it
Those
looks
look
like.
expensive.
And musty.
It should be crosses, not chandeliers with the candles.
But then how would we see?
With God. Stupid question.
All right.
Let's see.
This is kind of what the area looks like, just minus the stairs.
Okay.
So you can see, like, there are columns, there are kind of statuary, there are chandeliers above your head, no fire kind of coming from them, but this appears to be sort of a heavily trafficked area at one point. The moonlight kind of streaming in from above. The door at the far end is fairly ornate. It is closed, however, and you can see on either side it seems to lead in two directions. On the one side, there's a small jog just to the left, so it kind of hooks, and you can see there is a less ornate doorway, basically straight to the right. To the left, there is another archway that seems to lead into some other chamber. However, you can't quite tell what's in there.
Did I ever see whether the figure, the pale woman, went into the less ornate door, perhaps?
She, as far as you could tell, went up a set of stairs, which you haven't seen yet.
Well, gosh darn! In that case, I think let's go to the right first.
Okay, you go to the right first, I'll go to the left first. Dan goes forward first.
Yeah, go up the
Perfect.
middle. Right.
No, let's all go to the right first.
You want to go to the right?
Yes.
It was a good joke.
Stay together. Stay together.
As you head to the right, there's you see there's this small, kind of fairly nondescript doorway set into the wall, and then immediately to your left, there again where that little jog to the left is, there appears to be a ladder that has been hastily kind of placed here that seems to be leading up to a floor above. You can't quite see what the ladder is leading to because the wall that it is the wall that it's against goes straight up, and you can't see what's on top of there. You wouldn't even have noticed that that you could be on top of there, that it didn't connect to the ceiling had it not been for this ladder.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Felix and Ulrich. She went up a set of stairs, so at the very least we know somewhere on the next level of the castle is probably our destination. I guess if we take the ladder, we'll be a step ahead of this path she's set us on.
That makes sense, I guess.
Still, though, I like this tour that we're getting of the castle. I don't know if we're going to get anything out of it unless we stick to... I don't know what we got.
I wish we would have gotten something out of it. And I'm just looking at all the statues, just like, probably covered in spiders. It's like a waste. A waste of it all.
Well, I'll smoke them out once we're done with this, okay, Ulrich? And here, cheer yourself up. Maybe there's something up the ladder. How about you go first?
All right.
All right.
You just hear like a bunch of cracks and stuff, and you think it's maybe the shoddy ladder, but it's like, oh, those are Ulrich's bones. Just,
Ulrich,
I brace the ladder. I make sure it doesn't like.
It sounds like it needs bracing, intense bracing, but that's just Ulrich's back. And it's the scoliosis is just slipping in and out like a one of those
does
inflatable tube mans.
Oh
That's not that bad.
Does the ladder like go up into like a small little hole cut into the ceiling, or is it like a trap door up there?
No, the ladder seems to sort of end on top of the wall.
Oh my god, we're just climbing up into the ceiling. There's not even a...
Does it? It's just like a straight up wall, or is there like an overhang? Like
Maybe we're supposed to take the ladder with us.
well, I'm climbing to the top of it. We'll see what happens when I get there.
But I think you're just climbing up to the ceiling. I don't know if there's like an actual exit up there.
Ulrich, when you ascend to the top of the ladder, you will see that in fact there is room to stand on the top of this wall. It doesn't fully connect to the ceiling. It's actually there's this small kind of the wall itself kind of is fairly narrow. There's an area that you could walk on, and then it kind of arcs along the far end of the wall, where the door was, and then back again. So it's kind of this U shape.
Like a ledge to walk on.
Yeah.
Around the, okay.
You notice also that just tucked into the corner, you wouldn't really have noticed this from the floor. One of these kind of large windows, the glass windows that are letting this moonlight in, the bottom part is kind of shattered.
Okay. And that's only visible from up here? Or
Yeah, it would have been, the wall would have hidden this part.
Okay. Like, I think there's something up here, and I want to just kind of and like I'll signal them to start climbing up, and I'll start making my way along the ledge just to make room for them. But I don't want to go too far. I'll wait for us all to get up there.
Do you want to? You can look out the window. It's just like a couple feet away.
Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely look out then. Yeah.
Okay.
A quick peep. I think I see some kind of window up here. That's me scooching out to see the window.
How's the
Sure.
view?
Quiet. Wait, what? Oh, the view. Yeah. Well, I'm working on it.
I hope it's quiet.
All right. The first thing you hear is almost a fairly unmistakable echoing from somewhere outside. The kind of mewling and almost whining vocalizations of an infant.
Oh, God. Jeez, I don't even know how to communicate that to my party.
You also
I
see-
think yeah.
You also see that the window outside seems to overlook a raised, sort of a raised garden or courtyard area. It looks like there's a door. The door down below would probably lead to the lower part of a garden. This is sort of like a tower-ish in the center of this garden that you are kind of looking down onto. So, yeah, you're kind of looking down onto it. There's these kind of stone pillars that ring it. And there's a flat stone floor, and with kind of weeds and plants growing through it. And you can see that there is something in this courtyard. It's hard to make out what it is, but it's kind of like draped in this reddish cloth. It's fairly large too.
Okay, and would it be possible for us to like climb out through this window and down through the ivy growing on it, like out to this garden?
You could potentially climb down the wall. There are also some fairly large buttresses that would probably lead down, flanking the garden. You'd then have to climb down up the structure itself, or find stairs, or in theory you could kind of skirt your way out the window and then attempt a leap off.
Okay, let me skirt my way towards that, but I want to get everyone else up here. But I just want to like skirt away enough to like give them room on this ledge, and then
So I have an idea. Once I get all this information, I look to my two boys, and Gurney says, "All right, here's what we could do. We could continue searching throughout this lovely castle and all the horrors that are no doubt infesting every corner. Or, I'm going to say this right now, I don't know if that garden is where we need to go, but get the sense. Is the red cloth moving? Like, is it like moving around the garden, or is it like stationary?
It is not walking around, but it also doesn't seem to be completely inanimate.
Cool. So
Okay.
you guys, we're all up on the ledges talking like this right now, like the wind's blowing. Like, okay. All right, cool.
Okay, here's what we can do. Let's not wander around the castle. Let's get into that garden. Maybe I bet you Queen Borgol just loved that garden. I guess that's what queens do. Maybe she walked around. Maybe there's something I can look at that can give me a clear picture on where she is.
Yeah. Okay. Queens do love gardens.
Here's the thing, though. I can get us down there. I'll make a flesh ladder that you can sort of ride down. Not a ladder, it's actually just a big tendril. I'll just lower you guys down if I can.
Ooh, or like a big skin flap, almost like in
Not a skin
Rush
flap.
Hour 2. We'll slide down like a big slide, carpet slide thing.
Felix, stop him!
I could make a blood rope that might be easier.
I don't know, blood's slippery.
Or we could just use this normal rope that I've been carrying around with us, because Jesus Christ, who doesn't bring a rope?
No, you do not have normal rope. We're using blood and flesh.
Okay.
Askren, how high are we, if we can guess?
Off
Pretty
above
blazed,
what?
man.
Above if we miss, if somebody slips and falls out this window. Like
You
how
were
bad of a
probably
tumble?
about 60 feet, 60, 70 feet above the garden itself. Probably about 35 feet above the platform.
I know what I can do. Stay with me. What if you remember when I slowed down that guy who was trying to catch us because we were making a mess? And I filled that room with a bunch of goopy goop.
Uh-huh.
How about I start to cover the wall? I'll make us a path. And all you guys have to do is make sure you keep your limbs on the goopy path. And that way, you'll be stuck on it. So you'll be able to slide down without falling or, going splat.
Well, I suppose my cloak's already pretty dirty. Suppose some little sticky wall goop won't hurt.
I mean, it's just going to smell bad for a while. Well, you can wash your hands once you find a pool. I'm sure the garden has a watering trough or something.
I'm fine.
I can only wash my hands in holy water.
Felix can take care of that for you. Okay. So, Askren, can
Yes.
I cast the slow bane down this wall with my entropy?
So you want to create like a slowing fog?
Yeah, something like that, but also something that'll like get us at least, because you said that there might have been like a ledge or something, or a not a balcony, but like a.
So there are small like ledges you can kind of scoot like sidle along, but it'll be one of those kind of tense sort of things where you're literally like there's only maybe like a few inches that you have to balance on as you against the wall, and you can kind of scoot your way around. But yeah, so you can navigate outside, but there's not like a platform out there to walk on.
Okay.
Yeah, what if you just sludge the wall and we'll kind of just like Donkey Kong, like in the honey, we'll just kind of stick on the walls as we go down.
I don't know any of this mythology that your god has.
The ancient scrolls of Donkey Kong.
So,
Yes.
also, can we all hear the baby crying now?
Once you're up out at the window, yes.
Okay. And we can see the garden from here.
Mhm.
Does the garden look familiar to Felix from one of the dreams that he's had? Specifically one involving a baby crying. I feel like there might have been a garden, there might have been a bunch of corpses in it too, but baby corpses. Maybe adult corpses.
So, yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a garden or not.
No. Stop
No?
that, Din Money. Stop that. We're not Nat 20 jumping.
If somebody donated for us to all just jump down using that 20s, that would be cool.
So all right, so guys, let's stay on topic. This particular garden doesn't necessarily look familiar, but then again, you don't necessarily have any reason to believe that any visions or dreams you had would have been like that prophetic in nature, right?
Fair. Right. Let's just go down, I guess. The
right.
garden area is like enclosed
easy.
too, right? It's like there's building all around it.
So yeah, so it's like a tower. There might be stairs to it, but you don't see them. So it's like a raised area in this garden, and at the top is flat and paved, so it's like you can walk on there. And there's these sort of stone columns with whatever those things on top that kind of link them together. You know, it's like a ring of stones on top. Almost like this is supposed to be like a hanging garden kind of area.
Okay. But we don't see a way up from the bottom there. So
Not from where you
but
are.
But it didn't look like there was anything at the top of the ladder either. So maybe there is some sort of way down. We just can't see it now.
Yes, but we have to wander this castle in order to do that.
Let's just walk the edge here. Maybe it's around here. Hopefully.
You guys vote.
Or maybe it's straight down. Maybe there is a staircase right down.
I think there probably is a staircase.
I think we go down.
What do you guys want
Is
to do?
there? Can I kind of just chip away some stone? I want to try to just toss in a couple of pebbles.
No, there was a staircase all the way back at the armory, right before the big long. But that's several feet back.
That's
so
a while
it's probably,
back, yeah.
Yeah, it's a while back. It's probably not related. How about we go back down? Let's continue going down the hallway that the ladder was in.
Okay.
See where that goes.
See if there's a doorway out to the garden.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a doorway because
I mean, from what you assume that the doorway out to the garden would probably be that ornate door that you saw. Because it's basically directly below you at this point.
we might as well do that
Let's go there. Let's not jump.
before we are a
there-
hair's breadth away from 60 feet drop.
Is there anything else in the area like at the top of the ladder other than a window looking out on the garden?
There's this kind of platform at the top of the walls here where you're basically where you were standing. From there you would have access to all of some of the chandeliers. You could in theory jump to them. There are more windows that surround the area. However, none that are immediately visibly reachable from here. However, you do see that across the room that you came in, so at the top of the wall where the entry to the armory is, there appears to be a balcony with some sort of archway or doorway. That leads off somewhere else that seems to be above the armory. That's slightly above you. You could, in theory, find a way to reach there via possibly the chandeliers, possibly something else.
Ulrich just got inspiration from heaven. What if we grab the ladder, bring it through the window, and put it down the other side?
Would that work, Askren?
You haven't tried it.
Is the ladder movable like that?
It's a wooden ladder.
There's three of us. I
ladder's
say
really-
It
we're up
won't
here.
reach all the way down.
It reached up here. It will. I say we do it.
60 feet.
There's 35 to the platform and then another 35. So one ladder at
The
a
ladder
time.
itself is probably about 30 feet.
You see? What's an extra 5 feet?
If
Okay.
we wanted to get to the other side, I feel like we could also just go out the ornate door he mentioned.
No, I'm going out the ornate door. I am going down the ladder, and I'm going through the ornate door.
Okay.
Ulrich's gonna lag and just kind of like, I'm struggling with this, and let Gurney figure out the door before he goes down the ladder.
Is the door complex?
No, you can.
It's complex in design.
The door is heavy, but you can open it fairly easily.
I will open it, and I
Okay. As you do,
just shake my head.
can you roll me a resolve check, please?
Of
Sorry.
course.
Yes. I was like, wow, we just needed to open the door. I feel stupid.
No, it's
Oh,
just
God.
it's
It's your funeral now.
Well,
Gurney.
you know what? I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna save my natural 20s. I only use them for lore. Oh, okay.
Okay. Gurney, as you push the door open with a creaking sound and you step through into what you believe to be the garden, things are very, very different. The sky is no longer a familiar sort of night blue. The sky is at this point a kind of dark, a strange hue of reddish brown, almost as if at a strange part of the dawn or dusk. You also notice that the moon that was shining down overhead, which itself had taken on a strange size and hue, is now quite a bit larger than it was, nearly actually double the size that it was the last time you saw it. Bearing down over this courtyard, the echoing of this infant's cry seeming to echo from all around you, loud, almost as if it's just in your ears, but you can hear it clearly. You also hear sort of this strange, discordant whispers or gusts of air or almost maddening snippets of voice that seem to be circling your ears. As you are looking, you're almost helpless to sort of look up. The platform, rising about 30 feet above your head, framed between two of the large columns, you see this huddled figure, and almost silhouetting it is this large moon. A moon that it is brown, it is kind of cracked and discolored, and the longer you gaze at it, almost certain that the surface ripples and moves.
I'm too high up to talk to Gurney, but
Yeah, you don't know where you don't.
yeah. What are we seeing while he's walking through there? Yeah.
If you guys are still standing outside on the ledge, the sky would still be the same color to you at the moment. However, you see Gurney has kind of crossed a good chunk of this garden and is basically just down on his knees looking up at this scene.
Gurney, like, it's kind of, Ulrich is noticing that he didn't look up at us and be like, hey, I made it through the door. So I have to assume that something's kind of wrong.
You can almost make out his voice, but it's very distant. It's like someone's calling your name from far, far away.
Gurney! Can I yell to him? I'm gonna yell to him. Gurney!
Felix will turn on his blood powers, and with his own blood still coursing through Gurney's veins, try to send the voices.
Okay, what do you want to send to him?
Gurney, what do you see?
Okay, can you do me a favor and roll me a blood check? Because you are going to need to fight against another influence in the area. So I have to make that physical check also.
Can I have advantage because of my blood in his veins?
Nope. This is just a straight up... Because you're not checking against him, you're checking against the other influence.
Got it.
20. Interesting.
The hell did you just walk through, Gurney?
The threshold.
Of mad.
19. Felix, your voice will kind of cut through Gurney's mind louder than Ulrich's. Ulrich or Gurney, you can hear him. You can hear almost as if Felix is whispering to you, is urging you, but it's almost like there's static. It's like he's fighting through, like a wind or something else that's competing for your attention. But you can make out his voice.
Gurney, what's going on? What do you see?
It's different. It's different. The sky. God, it's almost like it's bleeding.
The sky is the same. It's still the...
No, the moon. It's massive. The moon is alive. It's It's just alive!
Gurney. All right.
The kid's here. If I kill the kid, maybe that's what I gotta do. Hold on.
Okay. Gurney, just keep talking to me, okay?
Okay.
Make it through this.
What are you guys doing? Why aren't you seeing this? Get down here! This is...
You guys talking right now, this is like in fast motion. Ulrich's still kind of just like, hey, Gurney. Like, this is like psychic talk, right?
It's more... Well, I think it's more like I have, like, cotton balls in my ears when you talk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your conversation with Felix is quick, but they are still very far away. You don't know where they are. They're not nearby, and that's, you know, it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Can I glance over to the
Yes.
window where they should be?
Yeah.
Second. Yeah. You
moon. It's bad.
you see that the walls of this castle are themselves kind of splotched here and there with this kind of inky brownish tar-like substance that seems almost stretched over them. Well, let me turn that down a bit. And yes, you can see them kind of gazing down from this high perch. You can see their kind of silhouettes against the red sky.
We have tar stuff on us?
No, not on you.
Okay.
But on the wall.
Yeah, it looks like that. Okay.
Okay. Can I... how do the gardens look? Are these plants healthy?
The plants, any that are intact, are kind of shriveled and decayed. That same sort of tar seems to sort of drip slowly down, forming kind of strange pools, or kind of sliding down the surfaces of the statues, causing them to almost visibly sort of shift and move in your periphery.
And is our draped focal point in here, the red cloth?
Mm-hmm. Still on the platform, framed in your vision, as far as you can see.
Okay. Now, for the children's the baby's cries, are they like constantly like in my ears no matter where I go?
It's more that the sound is definitely here. Yeah, it's loud. It's like it's echoing much louder than it was before.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Then I'll wave them down. I'll try to say, Felix, you have to get down here and see this. It's
Right.
We're close.
Is it safe, or is it would it be a better idea to get a good view from up here?
Are they talking in psychic? Can I hear any of this?
Nope.
No.
Shit.
I mean, Ulrich, if you wanted to do something, you totally can.
I'm looking at them like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, you can see Felix's
I'm literally waiting on a ledge right now.
Felix's eyes are like mostly closed, and like you see him kind of muttering to himself under his breath. It sounds like having a
Yeah, see,
vaguely what he's saying. You can
I can tell that Felix is, communicating, and I think it's with, Gurney. So I'm just gonna wait it out and see. I guess I'm kind of referencing off Felix right now.
All right. Well, I'd like to move towards our objective for going in the garden.
Okay.
Yep.
If I could, I'd like to make another blood check for just to do a blood sense of the area that he's in.
What are you looking for?
Anything with blood.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a sense.
Never mind. That could have been really useful.
I will tell you that whatever it is that occupies the platform here is bright, is like warm, lit up with blood. A lot of it.
You're in a dangerous place, Gurney. Be careful. Just looking.
No, I got this. I got this. And if I can, I'll continue my approach. Find a way to get that the tablecloth. Is it a tablecloth? Is it a cape?
So you wanted to get up to the platform?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up to the platform as best I can.
Sure. How did you want to climb up, or did you want to circle it? Like, what's your plan?
So is it? Can't I climb up there? Like, will that be difficult?
How good are you at climbing?
I don't know. Can I
I'm gonna say
use my tendril as a grappling hook?
I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a might check to climb. I don't think you can use your tendril to necessarily grapple. I don't think it's that prehensile.
Alrighty. So will I be able to sort of use my necrotic energies to empower me, possibly?
How would you do that?
I basically how I imagined it in the past when I first got this feature. It's sort of like he sort of pours a lot of that necrotic energy into the muscle that he wants to focus on. So it kind of just like eats away and then sort of bulges out the muscle. It sort of like pulls from other parts of his body in order like to enforce like some power into it. But otherwise, I don't think it might do that.
Okay, the only thing I would say about that is you can definitely do it. I wonder why, like, what the justification for your body still being intact after.
Yeah, that's the only trick. I think what I'm gonna do, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna roll regular might, and we'll see what happens. And if that doesn't work, then maybe there's stairs. There's this. Okay, hold on. No, I run over and I say, throw the ladder down.
Okay, I go and Felix, come on! He said he needs the ladder. Go, because
Okay,
the
get
one
the
we
ladder.
went, Felix is in between me and the ladder. All right, I'll start pushing it down the ledge towards Gurney from the other side of the window.
Try to catch it.
I'm lowering it down now.
Okay. You wanna drop the ladder?
Yeah, I'm slowly lowering it down.
Is it? Is the ladder long enough that it would be able to reach us up here too? Or...
No, the ladder's about 30 feet.
Okay, it's 60. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how does that work? Because as Gurney's 60 feet down from us.
So Gurney, you gotta get to
the ladder was only 30
ledge.
feet.
The door doesn't immediately lead out into the, like, it doesn't lead out, the door descent, like, there's stairs descending into the garden.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
It's a 35-foot drop from where we are. The ladder's 30 foot.
It
I'm
might be a
comfortable
short
with
drop,
the
but maybe I can grab it.
Well, you're standing there with your arms up. That's 5 feet.
I mean,
We could also just put it out the door, right?
Yeah.
Well, then we're...
But you could do that. It would
We
save
could
you
all go out the door
You could all go out the door
with the ladder.
with the ladder.
Nah.
what do you want to do?
I say I jump down.
You are not going to jump out of a window.
Don't tempt me. Yeah. That's,
If you guys are delaying on it, then I'm just gonna go ahead and roll might and climb up there.
You gotta. I just need you to pick something.
I got 12.
Okay. I will say that the climb is a bit more difficult than you intended. You guys watch as Gurney, with sort of with effort and with pain in his body, slowly begins grabbing the kind of the roots and the trellis on this platform, and begins hauling himself up. Gurney, I will say that because of your check, you're not going to fail completely. You will reach the top. However, you will be kind of out of it when you reach the top. You're going to be a little bit tired. You're going to be not exactly ready to jump in.
I'll grab him.
Well, no, he's climbing up to the ledge that this creature is on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You
Oh, so
guys are
you're way far up. Oh,
Yeah,
goddamn.
he was climbing up to it, not to you.
Yep.
Thanks, Gurney.
So you can do something while he's doing that, but he's already on.
I'm jumping down then after him. If he's
Okay.
going off on his own.
Go ahead and roll me a, what would that be? That would be a might check, because that's going to be a jump over, like a chasm.
Yes. Alright, here we go. 2d6. Jump! Alright, oh, at least I got exploding 6. Thank the Lord. Please save me. Don't make that face, Asker. Don't make that sound. Oh, God. 10 and up is good. Alright, let's just all have that in our mind right now. 13. The luckiest number in the book. I made it.
It's better than 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And then I'm using half in that 20 to get an extra 10 on there.
All right.
JK.
Felix, as Ulrich launches himself off the ledge, do you want to do anything?
Felix is going to try to climb. He's going to climb back down the ladder. And he's going to try and drag the ladder with him, and he's going to go toward the ornate door. Deep
Okay.
breath and step through.
Okay, so you're taking time to grab the ladder. That's going to take a little while, so we're going to deal with these two guys before we get there. So Gurney, just as you are pulling yourself up onto this ledge and exhausted as you kind of are arms are up on this ledge, Ulrich, with kind of a leap, you are going to, first of all, I need you to make me a resolve check.
Hold on. Ernie making the resolve, right?
No, he already did it. I need it.
Damn it.
I need you to make me.
Damn it. All right. Man.
No, Gurney, you don't need
I'll
to make
take-
a resolve
yeah.
check.
But he did, so I'll just use that one then.
That's
14.
I was muted too. Whoops a doodle.
Ulrich,
Gurney meant to say when he was there.
you are going to, first thing that's going to happen is you're going to hit the one of these stones, sort of I guess like monolithic stones that kind of ring the top of these pillars, and you're going to kind of like, it's going to kind of knock the wind out of you as you land on that. And then the second thing that's going to happen as you're hanging off of this is with just a loud kind of shrieking bass tone in your ear. You are going to feel sort of the oppressive glow of this huge brown moon over, like, just looming over you as your eyes raise to it, as you see huge, its surface seeming to kind of ripple and move in an unsettling way as you are just kind of you're just kind of caught off guard by this. Gurney, as you pull yourself up onto this, you kind of look in awe at whatever it is that is in front of you. And as you kind of instinctively reach out, the crying now louder in your ears, the thing shifts, and you see at the far end of the platform, you couldn't see it from where you were, there appears to be what looks like standing on four thin legs. It appears to be a little metal and cloth-covered cradle from which this sound seems to be emanating. And looming over it, shifting its mass towards you as the cloth seems to shift over it, you see first... let me actually get my image here. So I don't have an image, but I will do my best to describe it to you. You see first the face, pale, but still human. It's kind of its cheeks full, and kind of soft like an old lady's, but still the skin is smooth and featureless. Its eyes kind of dull and white, and as the head kind of twists unnaturally, you realize the face is not on a head or a neck, but rather this long sort of kind of ribbed, veiny, almost kind of tendril-like neck, thick kind of bulbous veins running down it to back to what appears to be a ganglia of veins and nerves, kind of a lump as the body kind of ribbed and straight and unnaturally shiny and pale, but still pinkish like flesh, kind of moves downwards. There's the sense of shoulders as two kind of long sinuous arms kind of reach down almost themselves. You see almost as if they were tending to something in this cradle. Beneath that, there's no humanoid features after that, save for what appears to be dozens and dozens of kind of sort of taut and stretched humanoid breasts just ringing this thing, and from below them protrudes what can only be described as just a mound of flesh, pinkish and red, with veins running all through it, many small kind of limbs draped in hairy tendrils kind of coming from under them, as this fleshy thing seems to turn and shift towards you as it looms, towering over you, easily 3, maybe 4 times as tall. As it looks down, as it opens its mouth, no sound seems to come from it, save for a song, a sonorous and discordant note. This time, I do need you to make me a resolve check.
Do I want to do the natural 20, or do I just want to...
How many do you have left?
They gave it to me for a reason. I feel like I'm going to need it right now. I'll add one of my 20s to this.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, God. Good choice.
What did I get?
2.
Oh, my lord!
So...
Ooh. Interesting.
God was with you when you
22.
decided that. Whew.
That's baloney.
All right.
God
Dare I
bless the nat
say,
20.
it is harrowing.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Let me, here, 1 second. Turn that up just a bit. As this song seems to fill your head, the only thing that seems to sit in your mind is that it's not... It is soothing you in a way that feels uncomfortable, in a way that your mind knows it should reject, but yet your body can't help but be brought once again to its knees as you sort of accept the strange, almost motherly influence of this creature as it looms down over you, its face seeming to soften as you you can't help but accept. At the same time, you feel something else behind it. Not calling necessarily to you. Alright, let me turn this down. Not necessarily calling to you, but calling to something deep inside you. As it seems like there is almost a communication happening as you feel that familiar and very much unsettling rumbling and shifting and movement deep in the pit of your stomach. Ulrich, you are, you
In a separate thing, we're talking, right?
you are looking down at this thing. You can make a resolve check, but but you can make it with advantage.
Yes. Oh god. I needed that. All right. I'm just gonna roll it twice because it's a click and go. 1 advantage. Boom. 20 or 14.
Okay. You hear the same noise, but it doesn't seem to connect with you in the same way. Maybe it's how tired you are. Maybe it's just that it's not calling or looking directly at you, but you feel yourself just a bit disconnected and able to kind of shake its influence off. However, you are still hanging from this this stone pillar. So what do you want to do?
I guess I'm gonna look down and see how far it would be till the next drop.
It's only about maybe 15 feet to the floor. Probably less.
Okay.
Probably about 10 feet if you're hanging off by your hand.
Yeah, I'll try to just do a little slide down the pole and then jump out the last second. Do a little ninja roll at the bottom to try to brace the
Okay, so
that
you
impact.
yeah you kind of hook your arms around this pillar and just slide down. That's not really that difficult at all. As this is happening, Felix, with his ladder in hand, you kind of shoulder open this door and step out into the courtyard. Resolve check, please.
Oh, there you are, right when I needed you.
Here we go, boys.
Don't worry.
Okay. Interesting. 2 reasons. 1, because you are able to resist the large-scale influence in this area. But 2, because you have a particular amount of insight here. So Felix, the first thing that catches you, again, is how red the sky is, and this looming brown, red, and pink moon. However, to you, it is not just distant or looming in the sky and rippling along its surface, but you can almost see the sky itself. The clouds seem to swirl, almost as if they're pulled and twisted by the gravity of this thing. As you can also see that its shape bulges with what look like large ribbed tendrils wrapped tightly in sort of this sphere-like shape, as the moving and the rippling seems to be these tendrils themselves beginning to shift and unfurl slowly. As you, with your sort of that glowing ember of insight, of madman's knowledge in your own head, you feel like you are looking upon something brighter, more luminous than any of the angels that you have seen before. It's like a sun that burns in the sky, but it doesn't necessarily burn brightly. Rather, this seems to burn black, the absence of any sort of light in your own vision.
That's not good.
You can also just see the head of this and arms of this thing that is looming down over Gurney.
Do something about it.
You could do that. Felix is kind of taken aback for a moment, just kind of staring at the sky, and then will step forward hesitantly at first, then faster, then raising the ladder up. He'll start to climb.
Okay, I'm assuming very hurriedly.
In a way that is uncharacteristically calm or slow for Felix. Honestly.
Interesting. Okay. Then I will say, Gurney, this is. I will let you make this choice, but I will let you make this choice based on. You can sort of decide it as more of a story decision here. Because you are technically on. You have kind of fallen victim to this thing's thrall. But there is sort of that rumbling core in you that is acting sort of against your own will also. So as this thing looms over you, I will let you make the choice to either resist or accept.
My fistula or this thing? Which one am I accepting? Or
the thing that is looming down over you. So basically, here's the way it breaks down. You are kind of enthralled by this thing that is singing to you, this giant sort of inhuman, undescribable entity. Your brain says, yes, this is where I belong. Your body is kind of rumbling as the core, the fistula, or what lies below it, is sort of moving on its own, and you can either allow that to take control, or you can allow your brain to take control.
In this instance, and knowing how Gurney sees and regards the fistula, and not only that, but you described it as like a very motherly presence.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, he would probably be able to resist. But I think that tone is enough to give him enough hope to instead lean back and let the brain just do as it will. Because from the sight of the moon to the rather devastating realizations he's had, he would want that more than anything right now. Especially with the trauma of the man that helped nurse him back to health from what he did with his gastric fistula. He would probably succumb to whatever this new presence is, I expect. If you want, I can roll for it.
No, I'm letting you make the choice. What's up?
Can I make a case for one other influence that is currently within Gurney's body?
Sure.
the
Felix's
case.
blood is still flowing strongly within him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with that ridiculously high roll from earlier.
Yeah.
And as much as Gurney can feel this loving, motherly acceptance coming from this other creature,
Yeah.
there is still another part of him, just Felix, inside, who is also accepting and warning that this other thing doesn't have good intentions with you. That Felix will take care of you.
I'd like to make another case.
I have God's light in me. That's right, Ulrich.
Everybody already knows what I was gonna say, so I'll just leave it at that. But there is another case.
It is your choice.
No, because I do have that connection to Felix. His blood is in me. And not only that, I've been inside his mind too many times to let this happen. And not only that, it's because of what my fistula has turned me into that I know Felix, that I have been able to protect him, that I've been able to resist this staunch of despair, essentially.
Okay.
This
And
thing has like 16 titties. No, this is better. Felix is better. Yeah. So Felix is better.
Okay.
16 titties.
So,
Well, maybe that says more about Gurney than we know.
so
If it
okay.
was 17, that would
Okay.
have been
See, he likes odd numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
So tell me what accepting Felix's influence actually looks like.
Shit. That's even more mad.
It's probably okay. It's probably Felix's scissor wound. It probably suddenly opens up because what happens is the coal of entropy that lies inside the fistula, inside Gurney Abel's stomach, begins to. It's almost sort of trying to shroud Gurney somehow. His fistula is smoking like it's billowing, and it starts to push out this acrid air until some of it actually, and some ooze starts to come out of the scissor wound that Felix gave him, and Gurney can still feel the gentle warmth of Felix's gift. And that's probably what makes him stand up and, if at all possible, do a nasty entropic stomach ray blast.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your entropy blast with, I'll say with advantage for this roll.
Oh, okay.
Banished because of love.
I'm going to use a natural 20.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, love triumphs. And just a 3. So a total of 30 plus 20 is 50
Okay.
in total.
Felix, as you reach the top of the ladder and kind of haul yourself up the last 5 feet, just over the edge, just as Ulrich is sliding down to the ground, you guys watch almost in slow motion as Gurney kind of steps up to his feet, or to one knee, and then to his feet, as this thing is almost in slow motion bearing down on him from behind it. This large, kind of long tendril or tentacle, kind of thick and covered in veins, looms over its head, coming down on him as he sort of like puffs out his chest. You guys watch in slow motion as Gurney lets out a scream that is drowned out by the sound. We're going to say that this whole scene plays out almost silently as from Gurney's chest there is an explosion of, once again, kind of cancerous flesh. Not in like a concentrated beam, but almost out like sort of like a scatter shot, like ribbons going in all direction. Some of them kind of like ending in sharp, sort of blackish, almost cyst-like spikes or teeth kind of begin peppering this thing as these streamers of cancerous sinew and weird necrotic flesh spew out of him. And then with another kind of a blast, you see tendrils in all directions out of Gurney's chest, just 1, 2, like there's 10 of them in all directions as Gurney is physically now, like as some of them spike into the stone around him, as Gurney is physically held aloft by these kind of fleshy growth that doesn't really seem to end coming out of him. And as his silent scream kind of continues, you watch as this thing continues to bear down, as you see something blackish and smoking begin to sort of push its way out of Gurney's chest. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
You thought Queen Margot's baby was bad. You ain't seen nothing.
Baby fight.
Baby fight! Baby fight! Baby wrestling! Let's do it!
Well,
Team Bloodhole!
guys, that is what we're gonna hang it up for tonight, because of course it is midnight, and we can't go on forever, and we have to find a nice suspenseful place to leave it. So man, for a lot of stuff to go over today, a lot of really interesting developments. First of all, before we jump into all that though, tell us what you thought of tonight's session in chat, guys. Let us know your feelings, your thoughts, your impressions on the story, the characters, all that stuff. We want to hear from you. Oh, man. And I also want to hear from my players.
Ooh.
All I have to say is hashtag Team Bloodhole.
Oh my god.
I told you,
Yeah.
I told you, I ship it. I ship it.
Team Bloodhole.
No, Speedy, I was ready. I was ready to go to be a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
mean, it all started with the friggin' like 67 or whatever that I rolled to insert my blood into you. So,
oh jeez.
you're muted.
Tonight was the night where 2 became 1.
And then they became 3. And 3 makes tango.
Oh gosh.
Well, hopefully you guys in chat had a good time. Let us know what you think. We love hearing from you. I want to talk to each of my players, get some thoughts and impressions on the story, the events, all that kind of stuff. Did Gurney get his hero card? We were kind of at a dramatic moment, so we will. I will. He already rolled for that, so we're gonna figure out what that is. Beginning of next session, that will definitely come in. I promise. I didn't forget about it. It was just I didn't want to interrupt the action that was going on for that. But thank you so much, Brahms. I promise we will get that sorted out.
Yeah, don't worry. Askren will get us sooner or later.
It is, yes. I know he rolled 20 something. Let me scroll
26.
back.
Oh my
26.
god.
Yeah.
What if that's the lovers?
What if it is? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Then it already came true.
Oh.
Oh man. Well, let's start down on the end with Mr. Speedy. Man, tell us what is going on with Felix, and then tell us a little bit about yourself.
This was really fun. So there were like a few things that I kind of was trying to figure out, like from the very end of that combat, pretty much, which was number one, based on the way that he had been acting towards the end of combat, it didn't make sense for him to, I thought, like continue doing the thing that he normally does, which is just slashing a lot. And so I think attacking Gurney was intended to be kind of a change in the nature of his insanity, because I think it has been changing to an extent. And then the fact that I poured so much blood into him that I had some sort of influence there was completely unexpected. I was like going through my mind, how am I gonna use this? For a while, I thought maybe there would come a crucial point where like Gurney and I had a difference, and Felix would just be able to influence him in some way or something.
I like that it's less a forceful influence and more like just a personal connection.
Yes, and I was thinking that there would be some sort of connection there, more so than there was after that instance. Like, for the time leading up to that, like Felix would kind of be staring at Gurney a bit more than usual, in a kind of uncomfortable way. But I think the way things turned out is really good, and I want to plan some more things behind the scenes on what that could mean going forward.
With him or with me?
I think with you. Asking.
Okay. Well,
I think
we'll talk.
I think it'd be fun to surprise him.
Yeah, why not? we'll come up with some stuff.
But yeah, this is good. There's good stuff happening. I'm excited again about like the personal connections that we have here, and the conflicts within us and stuff like that. So, always a pleasure to be on this show.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh Lord. Yes, absolutely great stuff, man. Well, that aside, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you get up to on the internet, and where people can find you. We're gonna do that, and then of course we'll go back to our donations and our hosts and subscriptions and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said at the beginning, I am Cheech of Cheech and Chong. No, I'm Speedy. I run the channel Not So Speedruns, where I play a little bit of D&D, a little bit of, or a lot more of, video games, and do some community nights and a bunch of indie games and stuff like that. Just finished up Fran Bow. Probably gonna be playing SOS game tomorrow. You may notice that I have on me this lovely stash, which if you've been here before, has not always been the case.
By the way,
you could say something?
Yes, I saw this. Everyone in chat saw this. I don't know if you saw this. Look behind you.
Damn it, my bunny! I did not notice that. Well, that sucks. I'll have to put that back up. I put that up literally as the stream was starting. It's unfortunate. But what was I saying? My stash, right. It is Movember, my friends. That means that I have this mustache for the rest of the month, at least. And we are going to be raising money on my channel all month long for the Movember Foundation, which supports men's health, which goes into a lot of different things. It means research on diseases that affect primarily men, like prostate cancer, for instance, promoting awareness, encouraging people, go out, get the prostate exam if you are over a certain age. You don't need to get the finger like you used to. You can just get it done with a blood test. And so it's like super, you don't have to worry about your fragile masculinity or anything. You can just get that done. And yeah, for your health, do it. But I'm doing the whole thing all month long, raising money on my channel. And we'll be doing giveaways all month long. We'll be doing a few other events. I'm doing shots for $8 every single night. It's a good time. Yeah, I'll be setting up a new giveaway very soon that might involve some dice. You should follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Not So Speedruns, and you'll see some of that coming up soon. But yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. Let me give a shout out right there. And while I'm doing that, let's slide over just a bit to Mr. Gurney.
All right. Tonight was very great. I kind of understand where Speedy's coming from, where he says, like, I'm really back into like the characters all over again. Which is like, after basically playing for half a year with these guys, it's really wonderful. Like, gosh, you guys are so great, so thank you. But no, Speedy, that was clutch. And I kind of can follow, because basically I think the initial inspiration was, well, yeah, I now have my blood in Gurney, so maybe this can come in handy. And that's kind of what the bad part of Gurney has been doing for a long time. He's been realizing that this world is crazy and that it is without mercy. But he's, I believe, with the fact he's had to confront his own, like, what's the word? His own pride and the effect that has, I think he's certainly chilled down. And I think this is really where his character completely changes. So, yeah. I still have madness points, but, you know, crazy love. Oh, well. We'll see if we can get past this. Quite honestly, yeah, I was totally ready to see what Askren had in store. I was totally ready. And unfortunately, it probably would have involved dead Ulrich and dead Felix, but we'll have to see what's coming out of Gurney's fistula next week. In the meantime, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you where you can find me and all sorts of other things that I do besides puke out fistula children. My name is Four. I have a channel called On the Forefront, and on this forefront, we do various things like play role-playing games. The prime game that we play is Mouse Guard. We do a community campaign, which is sort of just we invite whoever wants to play, even if you've never played a role-playing game before. We're eager to teach you this fantastic game where you play little mice in a big, scary world, trying to make the world safe from weasels and snakes and all sorts of other nasty predators. Foxes. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. My favorite role-playing game. Tomorrow we do have a D&D homebrew campaign, and that's called the Festival of Colors. And it's actually going to be starting its second, I guess I'm calling it, arc, because they've taken care of the Slatty. The town of Brownfells has basically been saved. It's now on to bigger and more scarier things, like the Behir.
Festival of Monochrome now.
Exactly, thank you.
No. The Festival of Shades. Because it's not colors, it's
50 Shades.
50 hues of... Oh my god. It's not even a festival anymore. Anyways, where it's still a celebration of this wonderful positive energy that we have going on my channel, and I want to share it with you. And who knows, I might have more in store. If only you could see what this is backwards.
Is it backwards? I don't know if it is.
Well, it's
no, it's not.
It's the
no,
camera.
It's not.
Yes, it
Not
is.
for us.
No, it's not for
Not
us.
for you guys.
It's
For
fine.
me. Oh well.
Yeah.
In any case, you'll have to tune in and see what comes next. That's me. I hope you have a splendid evening, and tell me what color bow I should wear.
Absolutely. Guys, go check that out. Go check out, first of all, if you haven't already, I've dropped the link for Speedy. Go check him out. Give him a follow. And, of course, give Four a follow. Check out all his community games, his streaming stuff, all right there. And also on this channel. And last but not least, Mr. Din Money, looking surprisingly underdressed.
Yeah.
But still just as awesome.
I know. I know.
It's fine.
I fell behind on a deadline this week, so I couldn't dress in my usual armor and awesome cosplay that I would for this event. But whew, it was no less intense being underdressed. Let me say that much. My wardrobe did not affect the story whatsoever. It kept moving on without me, whether I liked it or not. Wow. But I was really glad this week to see, well, not only to be back, but I feel like, again, my teammates mentioned it earlier, and I can honestly call them my teammates at the end of this session. And it was awesome. Like, working together, I really appreciate that. Like, there was a moment where I had to kind of decide a little bit. Like, we're talking about character growth. It's like, like, Ulrich, yeah, dispensing justice. That's the ultimate. But it was kind of like, wow, I want to dispense justice, but my teammate is, unconscious right now. Safety first. So it was I felt like, God up above was telling Ulrich, maybe put my justice aside, help your team first. They're going to get the overall long-term justice of this campaign. And that's kind of to get out of the session long-term style. That's what I really like about playing role-playing games and like D&D and this OpenLegend, being able to work as a team in a long-term campaign like this. Absolutely priceless. I can't thank everyone enough for allowing me to be here. Namely, Asker and Not So Speedruns and On the Forefronts. But yeah, awesome. Aside from how cool was this session and how awesome I'm to be alive and working together again, well, who knows what the hell's going to happen every time it ends. It's like, I guess you're lucky at the beginning of the session. The beginning of the sessions are good because you're safe. Well, half the time.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Again, yeah, nothing's guaranteed in Palemore. That's the beauty of this long-term campaign. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm Din Money. I am an artist and game developer. Just made a cool Halloween game. I'm doing some cool stuff for the Ruby. If anybody's fans of RWBY Ruby, they had an awesome Kickstarter campaign. They're going to have some really cool stuff coming out. Look forward to that. I had a game come out, Paramedium 2 for Halloween. If anybody's curious, interested in that, you still feel a little bit of Halloween buzz, you want a scary game, definitely check it out. We actually just got featured by Silicon Era today, so that was really cool. Awesome to have that. But if you are, just to get back into that, fantasy theme, tabletop gaming, working on a game right now called Fall the Apprentice. And those of you in the tabletop community, I'm actually looking for miniature painters local to Orange County right now. So anybody kind of in the local area, tabletop painters, commissioners, because we do have miniatures of our game, and we want to get them custom painted for people. So we are on the lookout for local painters. Again, local to Southern California, Orange County. So anybody out there, if you know someone or are a painter yourself that paints miniatures, I'd love to get in touch with you. And yeah, thank you again for having me tonight. It blasts as always every week. I love smashing stuff for you guys. Thank you everyone that gives me that 20 so I can smash stuff beyond belief. I can't tell you how cool it feels. If you think it's awesome donating and watching me smash stuff, let me tell you, it's so freaking cool on my end too. Like, wow. So thank you so much. I've never been in a campaign able to do that kind of stuff. So awesome every week.
Absolutely. And guys, give a big thank you to everyone here, all of my awesome cast every week for delivering crazy awesome story twists, things that they do with this world and these characters, and just go give them all a follow. They sincerely deserve it. Going back through my list, I want to give some big shouts to thank you P. Nolan for 14, and where do we start? King Jowie and Grognar GDG and Pathless Liff. These are all the I guess, yeah, these are all the what the hell is it? Contest followers. So a few of them follow during the show, but thank you to all of those followers. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the madness, and everyone else way back during the day who I don't have time to read all of their names out. But a huge thank you today to Void Smoker with the $25. He says nat 20s for everyone, which was actually 6 nat 20s total. He says don't use them for evil blood magic. Thank you so much, Void Smoker. Also, if you want to draw a picture of the horrible breast beast, that would be amazing. because I know I'm gonna be probably trying to find some time to draw a picture of that, so we can have a reference next session when we find
The image in my mind is horrible enough.
I know.
Please don't draw it.
It's just like a cat, right?
Yes.
Save us.
Yes. Thank you, Hawk Hunting, for the $4. He says, Din's noble blood sacrifice granted Ulrich a natural 20. And
Thanks, Hawk.
Thank you to Brahms Baratheon, who says, Nat 20 for everyone with $30 and a Harrow card for Gurney because his life isn't hard enough already. So we will get that Harrow card for Gurney at the beginning of next session. Hopefully it will be something amazing. And thank you to Judo Killa for the 4-month resub. Thank you guys. If you guys like the show and you haven't already, please hit that follow button. We are still a couple followers away from the 3,000 mark, which means this thingy here will probably be given out tomorrow. Not tonight, but tomorrow. Though, if anyone is in chat and you haven't already hit that follow button, why not join in? Help us get there. Why do I keep picturing another Brain Gina drawing? That was a long time ago.
No one can get past that one.
So what else? Oh, right. What else do we do? So first of all, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on the channel. First of all, if you haven't entered, we're doing a Pathfinder giveaway. So you got Paizo has hooked me up with a bunch of stuff, meaning right now we are giving away a Pathfinder core rulebook, an adventurer's guide, which contains all kinds of cool factions and stuff to use in your game, as well as a bestiary box, which is little cardboard, full-color printed minis with the art from the official art from the bestiaries and the handbooks and stuff is all printed right on there. So it's like 500 monsters that you can print out and use in any of your games. Awesome stuff, hardcover books, full color, amazing artwork in them. If you've never played Pathfinder before, their printing is high quality and top notch. And the core rulebook is everything you need to get started playing. So you can enter to win that. If you're already following, and you're already following here on Twitch and Twitter, you already got entries, go claim them. Why not? And also make sure to tell your friends and check it back daily, because you can retweet that tweet. You can basically do that retweet thing every day for an extra entry, so you might as well. That's going to be going till the end of the month. Also, we are working on a ton of awesome content. Like I said, our week right now looks like Mondays is I played Mouse Guard over with Bubbernaut, but Tuesdays we have Fuzzy Dice. This week Ivan Van Norman is coming back on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's got a horror game that he's been working on to talk about. I am looking forward to it. After that, I believe we have Tom Lommel, the Dungeon Bastard, is going to be coming by. Cool, really, really cool guests on the horizon. Looking so forward to it. Wednesdays from now on is the Daubers, that whimsical fantasy campaign illustrated and created by Daryl, Mr. Splattered Inc. And also this coming Wednesday, you can win some signed art prints from his personal collection. Thursdays, of course, the official announcement hasn't gone out about the cast, the who, and the what, but I will tell you that starting very, very soon, probably shortly after PAX Unplugged, is going to be an all-female pirate campaign starting on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern called The Razor Coast. It's a swashbuckling world of cutthroats and elder sea gods, and it is going to be really, really cool. I'm really excited. Some great community members and streamers in that. What's with the crab hands?
Elder Sea Gods.
Oh, okay.
They were doing it, so I started doing it. I succumb to pressure so easily.
That's
the god talking.
But I'm so excited about that. Hopefully you guys will come and enjoy that just as much, because the cast is people new to the channel, and I'm so excited to play with them. Fridays we have off, but who knows? There may be something coming on Fridays in the future. And then Saturdays, of course, we're here for Writhing Moon. Tomorrow, catch at 4 p.m. Eastern, the DMs table, with your favorite Twitch stream DMs are coming to hang out to talk about Dungeon Master stuff and take you to DM school. And then, of course, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 4 is taking over the Dungeon Master seat. as we are playing Mouse Guard The Dark Spring, and it is going to be a blast. It always is. So that's our week right now, man. So much stuff going on. Looking forward to all of it. Thank you guys so much. If you have not already, if you like the show, please consider hitting that subscribe button. You get cool stuff like natural 20s and inspirations, like Judo Killer did, that you can give to our players, as well as other cool benefits like emotes and other awesome things. We're gonna be adding some subscriber benefits, like notes and things that are gonna be mailed out to the subscribers every so often. We're working on it. Lots of stuff in the works. But that is pretty much it. I think that's going to be it for us. I don't really have any other major announcements other than that I'm gonna go find someone to go raid. So let's go check that out. Let's check out.
I sent you a list.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? I want to go check out this guy because I haven't had a chance to talk to him. So let's go do that.
Lovely.
So I'm gonna go drop the love on someone like Speedy pointed out to me. Lots of people are doing the extra life thing, and this guy is doing it real great. So let's go drop some love onto him. We're gonna go check out the Only Ryan. I was actually talking to him very, very recently, and he is a wonderful dude. So there is the link in chat. I want you guys to go. I want you guys to show the love. Exploding Dice love. You know how we do it. That's gonna be it for us, guys. We will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my cast, and as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might nurse you back to health with 80 nipples. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye, guys.